Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Hector, also known as Scene 6. And this is before the podcast starts because I just want to clear a few things. Originally, we did review the new Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, but it went in a certain direction. We went on very tangents and stuff, and that is because, from you see it in the title, we had a special guest, Danny, a very close friend of ours, and we just enjoy talking about many things. So, yeah, this episode is not very traditional. It's more of a discussion / review. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know. But yeah, it's a fun conversation. Danny, he's rarely on the podcast and stuff like that. So yeah, I just want to clear things up. I will be putting timestamps. So when we start reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy, in case you guys want to skip ahead and stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to apologize. This episode is definitely more crazy. But regardless, awesome conversations. We had a good time, and I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, so here you guys go. We're going to be reviewing the new Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. It's presentation, right? That's what it's called?
Yeah.
Presentation, right? Like
it's a special presentation.
Like similar to Werewolf by Night?
Yes.
So yeah, we're going to be checking that out. But before we get into it, I just told these guys off air that I changed my ratings for She-Hulk
and Love and Thunder.
And Love and Thunder, yeah. So originally when I did the review for Love and Thunder, I did it with Mario. It was just us two. Mario, I forgot what you gave it. Do you remember what you rated it?
I think it was like a 7.
Yeah, right?
7 or 6.
And I rated it, yeah, right. I rated it a 6. I rated that movie a 6. And I think I was too clouded with Gore and Jane because I like those two characters.
Yeah.
I actually really like those two characters. Nice. Yeah. And honestly, they carried. I'm going to say that. I think they carried the movie. And I think I just really like those characters a lot that I was like, yeah, you know what? 6. Fuck it. But now really like talking about it again and looking back how they fucking ruined Thor and everything and shit. That shit trash.
Oh, no.
So I changed it from a 6 to a 4.
Damn.
I'm giving Thor a 4, which I think right now is the lowest rating MCU project I think I gave so far.
Really?
And yeah, I think so. And yeah, I think so.
What'd you give Dark World?
Well, we didn't review that one. What you?
I thought you gave something. I think you gave She-Hulk something lower than that.
No, I'll get to that.
Oh.
So yeah, and honestly, it would have been lower. I'm not gonna lie. Thor, that shit would have been lower. I think I would have gave it like a 2 or 3. But the reason why it's not that low is because
those characters.
Yeah, dude, it's because of those characters.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's the reason why it's not even lower. So yeah, I updated that. That's what it is. She-Hulk, originally in the episode I gave it a 5. Remember? And then I gave it a 5. And then you gave what's it called? You gave some points, Hav. You made some points, and then I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna change it to a 4.
Yeah.
And I changed it to a 4. But now looking back at it, I'm like, you know what? I was really thinking about it. I was digging more into She-Hulk and really gathering everything. And I think I'm gonna go back to my original answer to a 5 because I really did enjoy. I really did enjoy She-Hulk and her character. I really did enjoy that. I saw her. I got to see her struggle, and I don't know. It's just something about her character that I really liked. You know what? It's all right. Like I understand the flaws, but because of the character and the carried, and I like that struggle that I mentioned to you guys in the podcast, I'm gonna stick to my answer. It's a 5. You know. So yeah, those are the ratings that I'm changing, and it's just. So yeah, I think Thor is the lowest so far.
Oh wow.
MCU project. I think Morbius was lower than that. I think Morbius. I mean, I forgot what I gave Morbius.
That's like a.
You gave it a 1, I believe.
Yes.
I think I gave it. I can't remember, but MCU wise, I believe Thor is actually my lowest, and it would have been lower, but Gore and Jane is just raw as fuck. But yeah, let's get into it, man. We just finished watching Guardians of the Galaxy, the holiday special presentation, and I want to get, I didn't see the trailers or anything. I know you said you saw the trailers and you said it was best to it's best for you not to see the trailers. Can you clarify on that real quick for the listeners?
I was just saying that that the trailers I felt like maybe showed a little too much. I mean, I get it, like when you make a 2-minute long trailer, like you want to show enough to where you want people to intrigue the audience to watch your movie and stuff. But I don't know. I just thought like with the whole premise of Drax and Mantis going to Earth, like that should have been kept secret, or the fact that they got Kevin Bacon.
So they showed that in the trailer?
Yeah, like they show them flying to Earth. Oh. They go to Hollywood, right? And they go and meet Kevin Bacon. And Kevin Bacon playing himself, right? He's not playing a person in a movie. Kevin Bacon, the actor, like he's just playing himself in the movie. And they're gonna take Kevin Bacon to space to take him to Peter so he could have a good Christmas. Like all that shown.
What the fuck? I didn't see the trailer. Danny, did you see the trailer?
No, I did not.
I didn't see it either.
Damn, what the fuck? So Javi was the only one to say, "Hey man, fuck it." I didn't know. I didn't know that it showed all that.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that, bro. Like, why the fuck? Like, why are you showing too much? I mean, what could have they done differently? Like what could have they showed instead? You know what I mean? Because like what you said, it's tough, right? Because like they have to really, vague. They had to really intrigue people and stuff,
right?
But honestly, bro, it's Marvel, bro. I feel like they don't like even if they don't show a trailer, it's gonna do numbers. People are gonna watch it.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess so. Yeah, I think that will make sense. But but like you explained it perfectly. The whole premise of this whole story is trying to bring Christmas to Peter, right? Mm-hmm. And get his
space.
Yeah, right. In space, inside that weird
nowhere.
That what is that, Danny? Is that a Celestial's head? What is that they're in?
Do you know? The last thing that I recall, they did say that it was a head of a Celestial.
Yeah, that shit raw though. Yeah, I completely forgot, man. Like it's been so long since I've seen those movies. I mean, when did the second one come out? Like
25th? No.
That was
2017.
Yeah, I was gonna say around there.
I think that was like around the last time I've seen that.
2017.
Yeah, man.
And crazy. Guardians comes out next year. That's a 6-year span.
And it's the last one too.
And it is the last one. That's crazy.
Which we see in the trailer. Looks pretty raw.
We all saw the trailer.
It looks fire as
and we all agree here that we think someone's gonna die.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to theorize and speculate too much. Because I feel like I'm really good at that. To the point where I figure it out. And then when I watch the movie, it's not a surprise. You know what I mean? So like, I'd rather just stay away from like the internet and stop hearing all these theories. Because then like I'll have that preconceived notion when I go see the movie. Yeah. And then when something does happen, I'm just like, well, I kind of already knew, and it doesn't hit the same.
And how you're just like a leak magnet.
And I don't want to be. Bro, that shit's stupid, bro.
You be finding all the leaks and everything.
I don't find them. I come across them when I don't want to.
They find you.
For real. That's what it is, bro. 2021 was not a good... 21 was not a good year for me, bro, for No Way Home.
Oh, yeah, No Way Home.
That shit was crazy, bro.
And then same with Black Adam. Right?
Yeah,
you guys spoiled with Black Adam?
That was more so for everyone. Because The Rock legit went on the social media and said, "Hey, y'all, look, Superman's in it."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, he did that. It wasn't leaks. Like, he
Glad I didn't see that, man.
So that's different, because that's just The Rock being dumb.
Right.
But, like, it is what it is. But, yeah, no, man. Like, I'd rather just... That's why for Guardians, man, I'm just like, man, like, I'm just going to try to stay away from theories, videos, and all that bullshit. And me, myself, like, I'm going to try not to think too hard on the story based on what I've seen in the trailer, just so I don't spoil shit for myself. You know what I mean?
Right. So you don't want us to talk. You don't want us to give us our insight, what we think about it.
Well, I mean, what did y'all get from the trailer?
Well, you want to go first, Mario?
I mean, after watching like 2 times, it just seems like a lot of people were emotional. Like everybody in the cast, and I'm just like, okay, why are they crying? And it's all saying like it all seems like the I don't know his name. Fuck, what the raccoon?
Rocket.
Yeah. It all seems like that he's gonna die from what we see in the trailer, but I feel like they're trying to
backstory.
I was gonna say I feel like we're gonna.
He's like a baby. You saw that? Yeah. When he was, you know what I mean? So like, I wonder what that's about.
That's what I was thinking. You know, I was thinking the same thing as Mario. Like they showed him too much on a trailer. I feel like of him like saying, I can't remember what he said. He's like, "Oh, I'm done," or something along the lines where he's like,
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that. And like what you said, they're showing his backstory. It's one of those things, you know, like in a show where they show a person's backstory, and there's things like emotional. They're like, like why are they doing this? Right? Is this gonna end up to his death? Right?
I think they're trying to trick us.
You think so?
I think someone else is gonna die. I don't think it's gonna be him. You know, because I feel like Marvel's done it in the past, where like they misled us. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's what they're doing with this trailer.
Yeah, it could be. We gotta wait and see. I'm
gonna be honest with you. I just saw this trailer. I'm not gonna see the rest.
Yeah, right.
Same. I'm good.
You could. Yeah, you could do that.
I'm like, all right. I get the premise.
What if they show more?
More. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm good with the trailers.
I feel like that should be a thing. Or like it's just like movies just release one trailer. That's it.
They're never gonna do that.
Yeah,
but wouldn't that be raw though?
It would be, but realistically, it would never happen.
I feel like it'd be more hype.
Yeah.
But what if the trailer misses?
It'd be more hype if the trailers were vague. If they didn't show much. Like, remember the 2 trailers we got for Endgame?
Yeah.
All the footage that we saw in both those trailers were from the first 20 minutes of the movie. And the movie was 3 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, unless they want to keep the trailers super vague where you don't show a lot, and the people go, so, like, what the fuck's this movie about? For real?
And people might not want to see it or type shit or whatever.
No, I'm saying, well, dude, it's Marvel. Anyone's going to go see it. If you add vagueness to it and you don't show too much of the plot, then people would be more inclined to go see it.
Yeah, I mean, it worked for Barbarian. We got hooked on that.
Yeah.
The trailer was so vague.
It didn't show nothing.
Yeah, right.
It just showed her finding an Airbnb, and then their one dude was already staying there, and then she goes down to the basement, she opens a secret door, and then it's just a bunch of like clips of like her screaming and running, and it's like, what are they running from? Why is she screaming? Like it didn't show you the big thing. You know what I mean? I'm talking like that. Trailers that do that don't show much.
What makes you think they won't do it? Like
because marketing wise, they want it's like what we talked about last week. About it's all a business. It's a money move. Yeah. It's just you know, they know that marketing wise, showing enough in the trailer that'll catch people's attention will make them more inclined to go see the movie. It's all a business. It's all that it is.
And kids who see it, they may be like, oh, there's a new movie coming out. I want a toy from the movie.
Yeah.
All big circle,
yo, and speaking of toys, like sometimes toy companies be spoiling shit. Yeah. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Where they would release a toy and the movie or show hasn't come out yet. It's like, oh shit, look, Lego just dropped this version of blah blah blah. And you're like, oh, what the fuck? So you even gotta watch out for toys, bro.
That's true. Well, it's not their fault because they have a contract with the movie. So if the movie doesn't put out if the movie studio doesn't put out the movie by the contract that they have with the Lego set, I'll say the Lego set will tell them like, yo, like we don't care if your movie
you delay it,
we are still putting out this Lego set that we agreed upon at this date, and if it spoils something about the film, that's on you and that's on you and the studio. We have a contract, because that's what happened with Black Adam and Spider-Man too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But no, sorry, no, just cross that. I was gonna say something, but that happened with Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh,
for real?
Yeah, that happened with Thor.
Thor was delayed?
Because, Thor was supposed to come out sooner. This was when they delayed all the Marvel movies. And, like, little by little, the Lego companies were coming out with, like, the sets.
Oh. Mm-hmm. That makes sense, I guess, right? Because it's like... All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Danny, what did you think about the trailer? About the... What did you wait? No, you didn't say your thoughts about the trailer for. What did you see the trailer for the holiday special?
No,
Guardians?
I never did. I never.
You didn't see it, okay?
I knew it was gonna come out. I saw like a little clip because you know how they put out like little clips first.
Oh yeah.
And then they put the actual trailer. I saw the little clips. Mm-hmm. I thought it was pretty cool from the clips. I didn't bother.
Did you see the
Guardians?
Yeah, the Guardians trailer. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that one? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I pretty much already know who is gonna die.
Hey yo, don't say nothing though for the listeners.
Was like what I told you guys upstairs when we were eating. I actually found his post. I could read it to you guys after. But anyways,
just in case, for the listeners if they don't want to know anything,
anyways,
right?
But yeah, no, I saw it. It is gonna be a sad movie, not only because it is the last Guardians of the Galaxy. So just by them saying that should kind of already give you the idea that if not one, then multiple people will die. Right? Multiple? Because like you also got to keep it in mind, like James Gunn is leaving to the DC, right? Mm-hmm. So the main director who directed all 3 films is leaving Marvel Studios. So then where are they gonna go with this group of individuals? If they're saying that this is their last movie as a group, so what does that kind of tell us?
You think that they'll kind of like make a new Guardians?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's up?
You think they'll make a new Guardians, like a new group?
I could see that. I could
think
see
so?
that being a possibility, or I can also see the possibility of them kind of just getting their own like little solo films or like little solo series,
Like on Disney
type
Plus.
type of thing. Yeah,
That'd be pretty cool.
yeah. I could see that happening. Or with the remaining members of the group, they just are kind of there until Marvel's like, you know what, let's throw these guys into this film or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Because
a
we
good
also
prediction.
we also got to keep in mind, we most likely will not see these guys, until like the King Dynasty Avengers film, Secret Wars film.
Yeah.
Just like we won't really see, everybody, as far as a group. Like we'll see some, people colliding in other films.
Yeah.
But as far as like a big group like that, I don't think we'll see that until those 2 Avenger films. That's just my prediction. That's just my prediction, right?
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, they could do that.
So-
I don't.
Perspective.
I feel like the Guardians of the Galaxy title is just like a well-known brand. I feel like they just can't really necessarily let it die. You know what I
Right.
mean,
I can see that.
they could do whatever they want, bro. They can even make a whole new Guardians,
That's true.
right?
Is that shit in the comics?
Yeah. The first Guardians of the Galaxy, bro, weren't even these
These
guys.
guys?
It wasn't those guys.
It was like some other people.
It was
I forgot
other
who.
Oh, okay.
And then they redid the Guardians of the Galaxy, and then it was these guys.
Mhm.
Okay.
Some of them, because most of them here weren't
Yeah.
even a part of it, were they, Danny?
I had no idea.
Like I forgot who.
So Rocket Raccoon was, Gamora was, Drax was really the only one who wasn't in it until later on, if I'm not mistaken. Only because obviously him in the books played a much bigger part in the books with like Thanos and stuff. And keep in mind, we didn't really ever see, that like.
Yeah, what do you think about that, man?
That
Like, what do you think-
story, that kind of did piss
What do you think
me
that
off.
we didn't really see Drax like that?
That pissed. Well,
Who?
I don't really care that we didn't see
On what?
the
Or what do
comic
you
book
mean?
Drax.
In the comics?
Yeah, like we didn't. Because let's be real, bro. Drax in here is not necessarily like
No,
the
he's
badass
he's
motherfucker
nothing like
here
the
in
one
the
in the
comics.
books.
You know.
It pissed me off.
So I
that
just want to get your thoughts. Like, what do you guys? Like,
Right.
well, I don't know about you. No offense, but Danny, like, what do you think about that?
It did piss me off that we didn't get to see comic book Drax in the movies, but I think what got me even more mad, like I can look past it, but the main thing was because in the books Thanos killed his family, which was the whole reason of Drax the Destroyer in the books, trying to go after him, like hunt him down and stuff, and like they would fight here and there, but in the movie, we never saw neither one of them, have that dialogue with
Have
one
something
another.
like that,
So
yeah.
and that kind of sucks because, again, I'm not gonna say who I predict who will pass, in the Guardians 3, but if it is Drax, that is gonna be a little. It's gonna be a little sad, only because we didn't really get to see much about his life. We only got to see him and like his funny side because he was part of the Guardians, and like
I think they just made him
who's
as like,
Gamora? Why is Gamora?
Yeah,
That shit's.
they just
on
made
top
him
of
as like the comedic, like
Yeah,
relief.
they made him basically.
I wanted to see him more badass though.
Yeah,
You know what
I
mean?
did too.
I was kind of hoping for that when
I did
I
too.
saw Drax. I was like,
You
yo,
know.
this dude gotta show out.
And
I wanna
Batista played him perfect, like perfect. You
Yeah.
know? But
He did
yeah,
good.
that just sucks. Maybe in this third one because, now we're leaving that like comedic, funny side of Marvel.
think so?
I hope. Yeah, like I hope like that's what we're leaving. behind.
Wakanda did a good job on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Wakanda did
true.
a perfect
that's
job.
They couldn't really.
Yeah, right.
You know,
They kind of had to, cause then like
They
See,
can't really
would've
do
been
too
bad.
many jokes there.
But that's what I want. I want more of that.
Yeah,
I want more of that
seriousness.
Wakanda shit.
Yeah,
That's
more
what I've been
seriousness.
Let's thank you, Danny. I mean, you're kind of agreeing with us
Yeah.
with this because I know you have more differences.
Yeah, I
than
just want
us.
to. I just want to point this out real quick, guys. I know Hector said in the beginning of the podcast that he had rated She-Hulk 5. He went to 4,
and
and
I
now
gave
he's
it a
back
5,
up to
yeah.
5. Me, right, out of the group, these guys always make fun of me. And they're always on my ass about it, right? I legitimately, on my mom's life, I gave.
Oh no! Don't do that to your mom.
No, I'm saying what I gave, what I,
bro.
what I
hates his
rated
mom.
it. What I rated it.
Okay.
This
Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna bullshit.
Criminal
Oh,
activity.
Right?
Okay.
Like I gave She-Hulk a 9.5, and the reason
Holy
because
shit.
is because not only is she a new character,
Yeah.
right?
Her character's good.
And I think that's the one thing that that's one of the main reasons why I gave her 9.5 is because she's a different, fresh, character. Sure, we have a Hulk already in the universe, but like, the Hulk ain't gonna be around forever, right?
No,
So
yeah,
who-
Danny, but
who's-
don't you think like that's a bad way on maybe rating a movie? Like, don't you really got to think about like, okay, where's the
See-
plot taking us? Where's the character development? Where's the pacing? Like, you got to look at these other different things to rate the whole thing.
I
as
know.
Overall.
He doesn't look at that.
I know, but yeah, I don't really look at that. The main
Yeah,
thing that I look
yeah,
at
yeah.
is the thing that I look at.
That's why.
That's
Okay.
why. The thing that I look
Okay.
at is it
You know,
enjoyable?
okay, sorry to cut you off. Please hold this thought. That is okay. That is why I think that's why he gave it 9.5 because of She-Hulk for her character.
Yeah.
And with me, I gave it a 4 and I rose it up a point. Right?
Uh-huh.
I rose it up a point because of her character.
Yeah.
So essentially, that a point that I gave is like a 10 out of 10 type shit. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like that 1 point is Danny's 9.5.
I know.
And then he just slaps it. Okay, this whole thing is a 9.5
Yeah.
because of this, rather than adding every other factor and then rounding all of them together.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting,
Look,
Danny.
look,
Okay,
just really quick. Just
Interesting.
really quick more on that take. The
makes
reason
sense.
why, the way I rate my films and my
yeah.
and
You
my
know what, Danny?
shows,
Hey,
like, look,
inside the mind of
look.
Danny, let us know, bro.
The
How do you
reason-
rate
the
the
way
rate
that
this
Sometimes
film?
you
I
be throwing us off, bro.
the way that I be rating my films and my series,
Okay.
series, guys, is that I view it by like, is it enjoyable enough for me to want to go back and sit on the couch and be like, you know what, this film, this series came out 5-10 years ago, whatever. It's made by this studios. Can I rewatch the whole thing, with no interruptions, no issues? Is it that enjoyable, or is it one of those like one hit wonders like the Batman was, right? Like, because the Batman, I'm never gonna watch that film again. I just saw it in
You
theater.
gave it an 8.
I know, I gave it an 8, but because I gave it an 8, like, it was a good movie. The story was good, and like it was comic book accurate, right? Batman, that's what I enjoyed, but
Okay.
I didn't enjoy the fact that I know I will not go back to watch that film,
All right.
which is why I gave it an 8.
okay.
But with She-Hulk,
So-
like I've already seen She-Hulk like at least 3
That's
different
interesting.
times.
So you already wait, what? You seen She-Hulk 3 times? Did I
Yeah, I've
miss
seen
that?
it 3 times.
That's
Yeah,
tough.
Beginning,
the first time,
beginning
that's-
and end?
the first time, yeah, from
From
beginning to end. I saw the first time by
no, I
myself.
can't, bro.
The second time I saw with my girlfriend, and then the third time I rewatched it. with
Okay,
my sister.
so let me get this straight. So you rate these films and everything you rate them as like how much you're enjoying it, right? As a casual
Yeah, just
viewer.
a casual, like I'm gonna sit down, let me see what is there to watch type of
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
And like don't get it twisted. If it's
Okay.
a series, am I gonna like that's another thing too. If it's a
Interesting.
series, because I'm a little bit more harsh when it comes to TV shows. Because is it like am I
Are
just gonna
you?
go? Am I just gonna
'Cause
go
She-Hulk
in?
is a TV
Shut
show.
up. Am I just gonna go in and watch one episode, or am I gonna watch like from first episode to last episode type of deal?
You know what?
And
I
the
think
Go ahead.
no, I think that makes sense, man.
And
with
the reason
Danny's mind,
and the
because-
reason why I did that for She-Hulk, not like because I wouldn't do some shit like that for
Yeah.
like The Walking Dead, right, bro?
Okay.
Because I'm not about to sit down to watch season 1 to season 11
I'm
and 12.
piecing things together right
You
now.
know,
I
and
wanna
with
explain
She-Hulk,
that.
She-Hulk's only like what 6-7 episodes. You
Yeah.
know, so it's like what an hour, 2 hours out of my
Okay.
day. Boom,
Okay, so
Type of
okay,
deal.
I got it.
like that. Like that.
Danny watches these things out of enjoyment and casual, as in like he wants to play it, and so he could watch it and enjoy it while he does something else,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that is why he's not really a fan of the Batman or how we explained about Daredevil,
Yeah.
or all these different things. Because I think he's one of those people that we mentioned in the last podcast,
Yeah.
right, where they think those things are boring.
Yes.
I think that's what I'm clicking with Danny. Is like
Yes.
he just doesn't want to sit down and actually focus type of shit.
Yeah, he wants to just casually.
He
watch
just
shit.
wants to chill, see what's going on. Oh yeah,
Easy
and
pleasing.
and he could get it easily, not
Type of
something where
thing.
he has to like, whoa, this connects with this. Like, oh, I gotta really sit down and watch this.
He was like using his brain.
Hey, he said that.
That's what you're implying.
No, I didn't say that.
you mean?
I
That's
did
what
not
he's
say that,
implying.
Danny. I did not
Whoa,
say
this
that.
connects to
Mario.
That was come on.
No, but like,
Hey man, I
Danny,
ain't gonna
well-
take shit
well,
from
Danny,
a guy
you-
who hasn't seen Home Alone.
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
All right,
Those
but
are
Danny,
raps.
do you agree with what I'm saying?
No,
Do you see like
I am that
one
type
thing's
of guy.
for sure
See, when
is-
when it comes to actual series where I know like I'll use like anime, right? Like Attack on Titans, like that,
Okay.
like and Attack on Titans.
All right.
For those of you that
that's like
for the,
serious.
for those of you guys that, well, yeah, you guys don't know, but I never really watched anime until Hector put me on.
Uh-huh.
But then this motherfucker never ended up finishing. But that's
I'm gonna
besides
finish
the
it,
point.
bro.
So he put me on,
It's raw.
right? I was like, I kept telling him, no, bro, I'm not watching that. He kept arguing with me,
man.
like, bro, just sit down, watch the first episode. If you like it, fuck it, just keep watching. If you don't, then just leave it at that. I sat down, I watched it, and because I also have my brother at home who watches anime, and he would like constantly watch, that series. So it was always playing, and I would always like, watch whatever episode he was watching in the moment. And I just sat down one day because I just kept thinking about that show, and I actually took my time. I sat down, I put my whole focus on that show. I did nothing else but just binge watch the show.
And like you rewatched
And
it too.
ever since then, guys, I can tell you right now, I've watched that show about 12 different times from start to finish. 12
Holy
different times from start to finish.
Hector couldn't finish
That's
it.
crazy.
Bro.
And like Hector can't even finish it, bro.
but to be fair, okay, you didn't
God
watch
damn.
it 12 times. By watching, he means he saw it 2 times, legit, and then he just lets it play in the background while he's doing shit on his PC and brushing his
you're right,
teeth.
You're right.
Come on, you know what I mean? That's not watching.
All right, majority of the times you're right. I'm not gonna bullshit. Majority of the times it was because of I'm not
Of
gonna
what I
say
explained,
much.
like, yeah.
It's because of what happens in season 3. For those of you who have watched the show, it's a little bit boring. First half of season 3, then the last part of season 3. That's when shit really picks
Yeah.
up and gets going. And for those of you that know where it leads to,
No, I'm gonna
we'll
watch
just
it,
leave it
man.
at
And
that.
one of
Leave
these,
it at
and listen,
that.
and I'm gonna put this on the record, man. I'm gonna put this on a record because Danny said once I finish Attack on Titan, he maybe there's a potential chance he will give Daredevil a shot.
I said I'll
first
sit down.
episode.
I said I'll sit down and watch the first episode
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you.
And
And who knows? Maybe the
because-
same way that I was with Attack on Titans. Maybe
No,
I'll
who
be the
knows?
same way with Daredevil.
No, who knows? And the thing is, but now that I've kind of dissected and actually pieced everything together, I'm worried that you're not gonna like it
He's
because
a casual watcher.
yes, because you are like. But then again, Attack on
Look.
Titan kind of fits into that realm where it's actually serious, and you actually got to pay attention and stuff.
Look,
So maybe he does have the capacity to really.
also the
do
reason
that.
why I think maybe I got hooked on Attack on Titans because
Yeah.
apart from like Dragon Ball,
Dragon
and
Ball
like
raw as
Yu-Gi-Oh and like Pokemon, even
Mhm.
though I know in the community people don't really consider Yu-Gi or Pokemon anime,
I
but
would say
they
they're
are,
anime.
right?
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm not gonna get into all that.
Yeah.
Besides like those 3 shows that I have watched that are anime, Attack on Titans was my first actual step into like that whole like genre of anime shows.
Yeah.
So it gave me that I need to sit down and like full focus into the show. But anyways, really quick about the whole Daredevil.
Yeah.
I know I won't like it mainly because Javi here. You said it was
shit,
you or was
okay.
it Hector? Who was it?
I don't know.
About-
Finish your sentence.
Somebody. They
Finish
pretty
your
much
sentence.
they showed me like the 2 main scenes, the bathroom scene and the prison
They're not
scene.
main scenes.
Where
Oh, that
they're
was Hector.
where they're
Not you.
fighting when they're
Hector
fighting
from when
and
we
all
were
that.
working at BCI.
Oh, but were they main scenes? I want to say there's main.
So
there's
what?
main scenes.
Bathroom scene. First of all, what does that mean?
Oh no, the hallway scene. I'm sorry, the hallway scene.
About just him
Season
fighting,
one.
bro.
the
About
hallway
just him fighting.
scene and then the prison
And it was the
scene.
prison
But like,
scene.
no, it's because here's the issue. It's because Danny thinks that you showed him that. Oh, that's the most best shit that there is in the show.
Yeah, well, I didn't show it, but yeah. Okay,
but
go
I
ahead.
think that's what's happening. He's like, really? So this is the best shit that the show has? Yeah, I'm out. No, Danny, it's just one of the cool shit. And now it's not about that, bro. It's not actually not about that. It's literally the character development, the serious tones that you see. I don't know how to grasp it, bro. It's just really fucking good, and especially with everything else with Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, everything kind of ties in like really well.
I'm surprised.
And-
I'm surprised I saw Iron Fist up there, boy, because I heard that one was dog water.
Listen. No, and that's what
That's true.
that's what
I heard
Javi told me as well, right? He heard that Iron Fist was bad and stuff. I actually liked Iron Fist, man.
And which sucks because he's a really cool character in the books, but I
no,
heard that
no, no,
this show was
no. But I said, Javi, Denny, I understand. I could see why people don't like Iron Fist, but it's more of a like what you just said. It's not the Iron Fist from the comic books, because it's not. But it's there's a reason for it, and it's portrayed from the beginning. You know what I mean? And it's literally about him becoming the full Iron Fist, and it's hinted so many times in the show, him being beat down. You're not the real Iron Fist. You're about, you know what I mean? It's him becoming. And obviously the show got canceled. Who knows? Maybe in season 3 or season 4, right? He would have became that Iron Fist. So I think that's the issue. But everything else, the whole camera work I have, the whole dramatic shit, everything falls the same.
Anything that,
it falls the same. It falls the same in with Daredevil and Jessica Jones with that type of shit. So I can see the issue with that. Yeah, we could hear that.
Yeah, I heard that.
So like no, Iron Fist is really good. Is it good? Is it Iron Fist from the comic books? Not necessarily, right? Fully, both Iron Fists, right? Going crazy with his suit, or whatever. No, but it's him becoming. It's just you gotta check it out. But either way,
like I said, bro, whenever you finish watching AOT,
all right,
will be
bro,
the day where I sit
record,
down and
man.
I watch the
All
first
right.
episode of Daredevil.
Well, we'll see, man. Like I said, you admitted yourself that you might be a casual watcher, and honestly, it's funny for people who are listening listening who didn't really see the the first episodes. Danny was actually in the first introduction episode. Danny of the podcast.
Oh,
Do you remember we did the full introduction?
Yeah.
You were a part of it, and Danny, you were actually going to be one of the main people to be on this podcast.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then obviously, right, you're there's
time,
scheduling, right,
yeah.
everything, so it wasn't going to be that thing, and we already knew that, right? So we're like, you know what, we could have you on as a guest and stuff. It'll be fine and stuff like that. So I guess it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Where it's like, yeah, it sucks. You're my bro. You can't really be a part of this all the time. But your reviews would have been not great because you'd have been like, no offense.
Makes sense.
Because you're not really critiquing it how we are, right? We're like because we're really looking in depth into it, and that's some nerdy shit. I'll admit. But with you just say, hey man, can I watch it while I brush my teeth? Is it
10
that
out of
good?
10.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, can I do something on my laptop and look back at She-Hulk and I know exactly what's happening? You know what I mean? Rather than like, I feel like that's what it is. So
right.
what Mario's laughing like? Is that not facts?
No, because you said, can I look at my laptop, look back at She-Hulk, and she twerking with Mega Thee Stallion? What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's like, all right, it's lit.
Oh yeah, 10 out of 10.
That was garbage.
9.5. And then you gave, in your words, you gave Wakanda Forever a 12 out of 10.
Bro,
That's
13
crazy.
out of 10 of you.
A 13 out of 10.
What the hell?
It's 14 for you.
13 reasons why?
Hey, yo.
Hey, whoa, that's crazy. Anyways.
No, but yeah, okay, Danny.
bet did
At
you
least,
see?
at least.
Oh.
Hey, yo.
Damn, you went there, girl.
13 Reasons Why, man. Check it out. I actually like that show. I actually like it. It's pretty
They
good.
milked it, but it was
No, they did, but I like
It
it.
was alright.
But okay, Danny.
But
I
anyways,
appreciate
but,
you sharing this, and I actually understand more, and I'll finish Attack on Titan, motherfucker. Maybe you'll give Daredevil a shot. Who knows? Maybe. Like I said, if you like the Attack on Titan, he's more serious and stuff.
I don't know, man.
Maybe he'll get a grasp. I mean, he
I
liked
don't
the
know.
Batman.
He wouldn't watch it again.
Yeah. Well,
So
I feel like that has to
did
do
he
with.
really
I
like
feel like that has
it?
to do with maybe the length.
Did he really like it, though?
No, well,
You know what I
because
mean?
let's be honest. When are you ever gonna sit down and watch the Batman? Like genuinely, ask yourself that question. When are you gonna sit down and be like, out of every other movie or show, that you have the option of choosing. What are you?
Okay.
Why would you pick the?
Well,
Batman?
maybe you should ask this to
that's- it
Javi,
depends
because
on-
in general, for me, I don't necessarily watch and sit down. Like, I don't necessarily do that.
Okay.
Personally, I don't, like, you guys know this, right? I was far behind and shit.
What?
Just recently, I started watching Daredevil and all this stuff.
Right.
So I don't necessarily sit down and watch things. I usually watch things in theater. I watch it once or whatever.
Right.
If I watch it again, it'd be like what we're doing right now, right? We're just hanging. Like, yo, let's just put that on. All right, cool, whatever. So I can't necessarily answer that because I just Hav, can you answer that? Like, what do you
Look,
I can definitely answer that.
Oh shit! Let me
I
hear
know
it.
how.
Listen, guys.
This
and bef-
motherfucker watched
and before-
Endgame 10 times,
Before
bro.
people are listening, yo, bro, I thought y'all were finna review this Guardians, right? We're gonna get to it. Just bear with us. It's gonna be a short review. It was like 40 minutes, whatever.
They know,
What is
right?
there to talk
They
about?
know, right?
Yeah, right. It's like it's not that much to talk about. What'd you say?
They know he watched Endgame 10 times.
No.
No, they don't.
They don't know that.
Well, they don't know that. Well,
Well,
it's
they
5
should
times.
know that.
Was it 5 times?
I have no idea.
5 or 6 times. Javi really enjoyed that movie.
It shouldn't even. You shouldn't have to have watched it more than 3 times, bro.
Hey man, he really liked it.
Yeah.
So are you pulling it like, okay, why didn't you see the Batman 5 times?
Huh?
Like, you know, because he saw Endgame 5 times. So are you like trying to say like, why didn't you see the Batman that many times?
I saw it 3 times.
Oh shit.
Why not 4?
Oh yeah. I think,
why not?
Isn't that the whole
Why not
question you
4?
just asked?
Oh no, but anyways, answer
I had
that
to work
question
that
out
4th
real
time.
quick.
What was the question again? Because y'all kept like bickering.
He asked.
Well, the question was for you, but you said to ask Javi.
And then you directed it to me. Well, what was the
Yeah.
question?
Oh, I said then, like, what would make? Why would you choose the Batman over
Any other
every
movie.
other like
To
movie or
rewatch
series?
casually.
To rewatch, just sit down. You're like, you know what? Just got home from work, just got out of the shower.
Why
Let
would
me
I
sit
watch
down
it?
and watch the Batman.
Well, it
Again.
depends on the situation. Every situation's different.
Mhm.
If it was just me by myself, I would probably put on the Batman if I hadn't seen it in a while. Like, oh, you know what, man? It's been like a year since this shit came out in theaters. Let me rewatch it, see if like still holds up. If I was with a friend or friends who have never seen it, and we have time to knock that movie out, like, oh shit, it's only 5 p.m. Right? We usually hang out till 2 a.m. Right?
Right.
If I'm with a group of friends, like, oh, dude, I've never seen that movie. I always wanted to watch it. I just never caught it. It's on HBO Max. Like, you never seen the Batman? The movie's fire. Like, you guys down to watch it? So, and then everyone said yes. I'll sit down and watch the Batman with them.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
But
Shit like that.
And not only that, it's kind of a bad argument because like just because a movie necessarily doesn't have a casual rewatchability doesn't mean it's a bad movie. For example, you would play, let's say for you, Danny, right? You'd play Valorant all the time, right?
Okay.
You play Valorant all the time. Ooh, it's replayability.
Okay.
You get a casual whatever. But you've played The Last of Us a couple times.
Which one?
The first one.
Okay.
You played The Last of Us a couple times. Does that mean that it's a bad game? Because you're not playing it as much as Valorant?
Right.
No. It's still a good game.
Replayability.
It's still a good game. But it's just that this is more casual and you could replay. It's boom boom. You load up,
right.
boom boom boom. Same thing with the Batman. The Batman is a long movie. We're not saying it's not long. It's a long movie, but it doesn't mean it's bad because it's not a casual like thing. Because obviously, if we're chilling with your family, stuff like that, right? You know, let's say it's Christmas, whatever. You're like, yo, you know what? Let's just put Polar Express, eat some hot cocoa and stuff. You want to put, all right, y'all, sit the fuck down. We're putting the Batman. You know what I mean? That's my argument to counter, right? Because like you don't play The Last of Us a bunch of times. Does it mean it's a bad game? No, but you play the Valorant more times. Does that mean like?
It's a better game.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Does that mean it's a better game because you played a bunch?
Not
No,
necessarily.
that's what I'm saying. That's my point. Is like, just because a movie's not rewatchable like a bunch of times in a short time or whatever, doesn't mean it's a bad film. I mean, you gave it an 8. An 8's pretty fucking good. At least on our scale, right? An 8's fucking good. An 8's solid.
Yeah, that's interesting actually.
You know what I mean?
Because per his logic of like, well, it's not rewatchability, he would have given that a 3.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, low key, right?
Because if he gave She-Hulk a 9.5 based on the character alone,
Yeah.
right? And keep in mind, he overlooked the thirst trap line in the show and still gave it a 9.5.
Filler and everything.
Right. You know what I mean? So per his logic, I'm surprised he didn't give Batman a 3.
Yeah.
Per like, and the argument being, well, rewatchability. You know what I mean? So that's surprising that he gave
not
it an
shitting on
8.
you,
We'll
Dan.
take it though. We'll take it. We'll take it. It's an 8.
I don't give a fuck.
We'll take it, girl.
Now,
That's on record. I got it chipped in stone, bro.
on 8, and I think it's even on the review. You think he says 8?
No, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he got.
That's what I'm
to
saying,
which
like, we'll
I
take
thought,
it.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't. I thought he gave it a
And if
9.
he tries to change it, we'll say fuck you.
Yeah,
Like, no,
right.
you gave it an 8.
But then again, I
There's
changed
a-
my shit.
Nah,
Well, there's
We'll let it
also
slide.
there's also another bigger reason why it was an 8 because of the villain and all that.
Oh, you didn't like
bullshit,
the
bro.
Riddler?
No. Well, it's just
I like the
it's-
grounded
it's like-
atmosphere.
It's like what I
I
told
get
you.
it,
like
though.
that.
I understand.
I
it, though.
respected
I
the
prefer
movie
it better.
because it was a detective movie, right? Everybody should have known going into watching it because the director said, "Listen, guys, this is no action.
That's facts.
You know, Dark Knight,
say that.
MCU type action movie. This
Yup.
is a detective movie. You know,
That's right.
and for
Thank
those
you.
of you who do know, guys, how Batman and Bruce Wayne are, they're detectives, the world's greatest detective.
Yes, sir.
So go into the movie, you know, thinking of
It's
all
year
these like,
one.
yeah, year
Yo,
one
Hector.
Batman, like thinking
Huh.
how that movie.
Yo, Hector.
What?
Is the Batman
What?
better than anything that Phase 4's put out?
The Batman? Anything that's Phase 4's put out? I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because
good.
yeah,
That's
because
crazy.
the Batman.
No, it's facts.
That's
I
crazy.
gave- I
Even
gave
for
the
him to
Batman
say-
a-
even
from
for him
every-
to say that.
For every aspect that
Yeah.
you look at, acting,
The Batman is
script,
cinematography.
cinematography, the tone, you know, everything from every
It's just
angle
better,
you
man.
want to look from it. The Batman's just
I
better.
gave the Batman a 10 out of 10.
I did
That's
too.
crazy.
Masterpiece.
I did
Even
too.
from him.
And I think that's one of my highest rating movies next to
Wait,
Everything
you give it a
Everywhere
what?
All at Once. I gave
Mhm.
that one a 10 as
That
well.
one's a
You
good
gave
one
it a
too.
what?
10.
A Batman?
The Batman, I gave it a 10.
What's that movie you just said?
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Which is a really good movie.
What is
It's a
that?
multiverse movie.
It's it's about this multiverse movie type
Oh,
thing.
really?
It's really unique, and it's by A24, right? A24
that
Studios.
production. Yeah.
Is it
that
some like
24.
small studio type of movie?
Uh,
Where,
Fuck
like,
no.
I
that's
thought
small.
it was. I did. I thought it was a small studio.
He was like, hey, man, A24 really popping this year, man. They're putting out a bunch of good movies. I'm like, A24's been a thing forever.
I had no
Because
idea.
I've
I had no
seen
idea.
A24 movies I saw in theaters from 5 years ago. And he's like, oh,
Yeah.
shit, really?
Damn.
And
I
I
had
go
no
on
idea.
Wikipedia and I pulled up all their movies. I'm like, bro, they've been making movies since like 2010.
Yeah,
He was like, bruh.
I had no idea.
I'll probably
But
switch,
either-
I'll
no,
probably switch
that's-
that movie up.
that's really
I've never
good.
heard of that movie.
It's a really breath of fresh air, man.
Yeah.
Unique movie. It's definitely.
Is
10
it
out of
like-
10.
It was interesting that we saw a movie that dealt with the multiverse that wasn't Marvel.
Yeah, right.
That's what interested me in first.
and they did it well.
Cause I remember watching. I didn't see a trailer. I heard about it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this new movie's coming out and it's getting. It was like a 90 something on Rotten Tomatoes, and fans, like people who saw it early, like when the movie premiered somewhere around the world, wherever the fuck, people really liked it, and I was like, huh, interesting. Like that's cool, I guess, whatever. But then it was like, oh, and it's about the multiverse. That's what caught my attention. I was
Yeah.
like, a movie about the multiverse that's not Doctor Strange. You know what I mean? So I was like, huh, interesting. I mean, it's getting good reviews. And so I looked for a movie theater that was playing nearby, and I went to go see it with Manny and Fabian.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I saw it the first time. And then I went to theaters to see it a second time with you, Everardo, and Mario.
Yeah.
That's when we saw it, right?
I didn't see it with you.
He was there, wasn't he?
No, I
You didn't see
wasn't.
it with us, bro?
I saw it with someone else.
Oh, then it was just us three.
Oh yeah, it was just the
Then it was just us three.
Why not? Could you not? Were you not able to hang out that day?
No.
Oh,
He didn't want to.
That's crazy.
Tell him, girl.
no.
Tell him the
no,
truth.
That's bullshit, bro.
But anyways, yeah, like I was just kind of like, when I saw it, I was just like you said, it's a breath of fresh air. It's
Man.
really comedic. It's a funny movie, but at the same time, it has like some really emotional, sad moments that like hit you.
And messages like overall.
Really, yeah, a lot of good messages and stuff like that.
You'll
It's
like
just-
it, Danny. I think you will,
Yeah.
because it's really strays away from like superhero bullshit, right? Sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It steps away from that. It's just a new movie, man. It's just a kind of like with Barbarian, right? That
Yeah.
was fucking raw.
I haven't
good.
seen that one.
So good.
Is that
Which
the,
did you
is
give
that,
that one a 10?
Is that the Viking
I
movie?
don't remember if I did, bro.
What,
If
Barbarian?
I gave it a
not-
9, I think.
Barbarian?
I think-
he didn't give Barbarian a 10.
He didn't?
No, he didn't.
What do you give it?
I forgot, but it wasn't a 10.
Is that the Viking movie you saw?
No, that's the
No,
North.
no, that's
North.
Oh,
North.
that one.
Yeah,
That
was
movie.
about
I want to
Vikings
watch that
and
one. I
shit.
haven't watched it yet.
I forgot what I gave that movie.
I think it was like, I think I gave it an 8 or a 7 in that.
Yeah, I think I gave it a 6.
You said there wasn't that much fighting in that movie, right?
No, man. It was
The
not.
trailer
Dude, it was
where
not what I
it's-
expected from the trailer, dude. Like
it
that pissed me off.
I have a
it
friend from work
misleads
that
you.
said that movie's a 10 out of 10.
He tripping.
Damn.
But you okay? But
I
to
can,
be fair, okay,
I can understand
okay,
why.
Listen,
I feel like I see what he.
to be fair though, I heard that his movies are really good.
Yeah.
What's his name again? Something Eggers.
Robert Eggers.
Robert Eggers. I heard his movies are really good.
Yeah.
And I never seen any of his movies. Right. I never seen any of his movies.
I've heard of them.
and I went in this movie blind by just looking at the trailer.
Me too.
And I feel like if I knew what I was getting myself into, like if I seen the other movies and I knew the director and everything, I probably would have liked it more. And I would be like, okay, bet this might be a 10 out of 10, right, or a 9,
Right.
or whatever. But because I didn't, and I was expecting something else, and it was completely something from what I expected,
Yeah.
that left me disappointed. It's a good movie, but it just I was disappointed. I felt like I was robbed. Like The Last of Us, the whole bullshit when they replaced Joe and shit.
You
That's
were
how I
mis-
felt. I felt
you were
misled.
misled. You were misled.
Yeah, bro, because like, bro, in the trailer you see him badass and shit, shirtless, blood everywhere. This fight scene, and guess what? In the first 15 minutes of the movie, that's what happens. And guess what?
It's raw.
It's raw as fuck, and that's it. You don't get none of that anywhere else in the movie after that.
So then what's the point of the movie?
It's a revenge movie.
It's a revenge movie, man.
Oh, because of what happened in that battle?
No.
something else.
No.
And like
Something else.
they cut his hair and everything. It's just, oh man, I feel like I could
You
have
can't
wrote
say
that
without
bitch.
spoiling it for you. Really.
Yeah, I could have wrote that bitch, man. Fuck you, Robert. No, I'm
Yeah.
playing. But anyways, yeah, I think that's why. Maybe I'll watch his other movies, and then I'll watch it again, and then maybe I'll see what's up. But I'll admit though, the cinematography was lit.
Yeah.
What's the name of
Visual.
the movie?
The Northman.
No,
The
Northman.
The multiverse one? I'll search
Oh,
it up right
everything, everywhere, All at Once. That's what it is. Yeah, you should. I think you would check that out.
That way I have it in my.
But yeah, for this tangent, man, I don't even know how far. Let's get into this. Let's get into this review. It's gonna be really
45
short.
minutes in.
Whoa, what?
45 minutes.
What the fuck? You're lying.
No, I'm not.
Nah, he's smiling. Look.
No, I'm not. You
Mario.
said yourself, 45.
We're 45 minutes in, Hav. Okay.
Yo.
Is that okay? Okay.
Let's just talk about.
No, let's focus up. Let's focus up real quick, man. Because what the fuck?
We're gonna have the title like open discussion / Guardians of the.
No, yeah, we have
Yeah,
to.
no,
We have to.
I will. Cause no way, that's some bullshit right there. if I was listening, I'd be like, yo, these motherfuckers gonna speak on this shit. Like, I'm trying to see the fuck anything crazy happen. These motherfuckers talking about weird ass shit. No, we're having good conversations. I like that.
Yeah.
But it's just okay. Let's get into it, man. It's not gonna be super long, guys. If you've seen the trailer, if you guys haven't seen the trailer, keep it that way. If you have seen the trailer, you pretty much know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
What Javi explained in the trailer, that's literally what happens, right?
Yeah.
Drax and what's her name again?
Mantis.
They go back to Earth to try to cheer Peter up by bringing what's his name again?
Kevin Bacon.
It's Kevin Bacon. And essentially, it's one of those typical Christmas stories, if someone's far away from home, and they're bringing Christmas to that person to make it feel more like home.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we've seen those stories. Like,
It's a common one.
yeah,
It's a common one.
and it was really well. Just overall takes like, what did you think about this, man? Like, what did you think of the overall the story, the comedy, the humor, the tones and everything?
Overall, I really liked it, man. Overall, I loved it personally. Despite the trailer, I feel like showing a little too much. I really liked what they did with this movie. The comedy and everything was on point. I felt some of the more heartfelt moments, the moments that kind of make you feel like, oh shit, like the feels were on point. But that's to be expected when James Gunn is the one directing and writing the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to get scenes like that because he's just really good at doing movies like that. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed it. And to be honest, I mean, after watching it, it only just makes me more excited to see Guardians 3.
Oh, yeah.
It makes me more excited to see it. Because it's like a refresh. Like, it's like, because the last time we saw the Guardians was like Love and Thunder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for some reason, I don't know what it is. Maybe because I saw the movie once in theaters. It felt like I haven't seen the Guardians in years.
Man.
I don't know. It just felt that way. So seeing them now again,
true.
where like they're like here and shit, like they're all doing this for Peter.
Like, they're not really side characters. Like, it's them right here.
Yeah,
like, it's,
I think that's what it is because they've been side characters
for a while
since after Volume 2.
Yeah.
Because they were in Infinity War, but they were sharing the screen with other heroes.
Yeah.
They were in Endgame, but they were at the very end fight.
Mm-hmm.
They were in Love and Thunder, but it was Thor's movie.
Yep.
So you're right. They were like side characters. So like for them to have the spotlight, it was like, oh shit, like
They're
the Guardians are back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it felt good to like have it felt like a welcoming back. You know what I mean? Type of thing. So it only just made me more excited to go see Guardians 3, man. So which I believe is May. May is when it comes out.
Okay.
I think.
Oh wow.
It's gonna be lit. Danny, what did you think, man? What do you think about this special, bro? Because I mean, you've been on your phone a decent amount of time, man. So I don't even know if you knew what the fuck was going on.
Watchability 1.
Watchability 1.
No, it looks pretty cool. I'm gonna go home and show my dad that movie and watch it with him.
Would you?
The holiday special?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like it's a cool movie. You could play with your family.
Yeah, I'm gonna show my dad that
everything
movie.
Christmas times and stuff. But
but I overall I did enjoy it. I mean, because I know it was on my phone in the beginning, but I did see the beginning, and then but the concept was pretty cool. Even though I didn't know that actor, what's his name?
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, I don't know who that dude is, but I guess from Footloose.
He's been in a fuck ton of movies.
I've never seen
the movie Footloose.
I don't care about the names. The fact that you don't recognize the face.
I don't, man.
He's
I
been in a
recognize the
fuck
face.
ton of movies.
None of
man.
us recognize him except for Javi.
Javi
That's
went
fucking
crazy
wild.
when he
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. Even though I didn't really know who that dude was, it was a really family, funny, like just film. I guess best way I can put it.
This is what you put for the casual family in the background when you open
Yeah.
presents on Christmas Day.
Yeah, I would say that, man.
Will I watch it again? Hell yeah.
Of course.
You know.
Point proven.
Well,
Right.
sure, it's 44 minutes. Rewatchability.
Rewatchability. 10 out
10
of
out of
10.
10.
Entertainment. 10 out of 10.
Hey man,
Is it
and
motion on the
and
screen?
And it's
10
fun.
out of 10.
And it's fun.
Can I take a shit for 30 minutes and come back for the last 10 minutes and we still know what the fuck going on?
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
10 out of 10.
You good?
Yo,
I was
the
found my
one
chair.
thing I will tell you that's pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
is that there's no villain in this shit.
No,
So,
man.
like,
No.
I-
Just
I-
chill,
like,
bro.
That's why I think I
holiday
will watch
special.
it.
It's an adventure.
Fuck your
journey.
Christmas. For real.
Short journey.
Yo,
Blows up.
what the
No,
fuck?
no, no. It's
They just stole Christmas.
yeah, like legit.
The villain's
going
Grinch.
into
Yeah,
this
right?
shit.
I don't
Grinch in
know.
space.
It sounded like a Grinch MCU type of film where some fucking
So you expected like a villain?
yeah, like some bad guy to be like, nah,
Interesting.
fuck Christmas
In 40
or
minutes?
some shit.
Or how long was it?
Yeah,
40
no,
minutes?
fuck no. It wouldn't
40,
work.
45
It
around
wouldn't be
there.
able to work.
Interesting.
Hey man,
All right, you
But
said
it makes
fuck
sense.
but it was cool. I fucked with it. I liked it.
But before we get to you, Mario, I want to go back with Javi. What do you think? Because I know we talked about this. We have strong feelings about the humor and stuff. What do you think about the humor in this movie? Like, was it that typical MCU stuff?
So,
or?
so,
Yeah, what'd you think about
So this
that?
is going to be interesting,
Okay.
right? Because I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are going to be like,
Oh shit.
aren't you technically contradicting yourself?
Oh shit.
So hear me
Don't
out.
contradict
Hear me out.
yourself.
Shut up, girl. Hear me out. This movie had a lot of humor.
Yeah.
A lot of comedy.
Definitely.
Right? Now, in the last episode of the podcast, we talked about the current state of the MCU. We
Which is
said
how-
that one of the biggest flaws of the MCU was the humor, the repetitive humor and the comedy that was all that. This shit had it, and I'm okay with it. But why?
I think I know why, Hav.
It's because, well, personally, I believe it's because the Guardians movie, since the very first one,
Yeah.
and every time they've been in a movie, which is Guardians 2, this holiday special, Infinity War, Endgame, their vibe has always been a comedic vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you go back and watch the first Guardians movie, it's like Deadpool. It's a comedy movie first,
Yeah.
right? Superhero movie second.
Yeah.
It was served as a comedy. So the point of the movie is to make you laugh and have jokes and have a well-written, well-told story woven in between with great characters, great cinematography and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
But it's a comedy. So that's why knowing that Guardians have that vibe since the first movie, and James Gunn has kind of known of making the Guardians movies
Like it was already established like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that when I see the comedy and the humor happen, even if it was like a lot, it makes sense because that's what they've always been.
Yeah.
So that's just how I see
And
it.
not only that, it's a Christmas special, man.
You kind of
Like, it's
need it
just-
to feel uplifting.
Yeah, of
You need
course,
it. You need that
bro.
uplift like vibe.
Like I don't think any Christmas movie was like not like that. Where like there's a little bit of comedic, a
like
little bit
depressing shit.
Yeah, like uplifting. I mean, if we want, I guess what I could think of like it's more serious is Santa Claus, right? Where that one's a little bit more
person?
serious.
What?
No, the movie.
The movie?
I
Oh,
know
The
what
movie.
Oh,
Sorry.
I know what he was
The
talking
movie
about.
Santa Claus.
okay.
Do you remember
With Tim Allen?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, like that one's
those
more
were
serious.
goated.
No, I know. I'm just saying like that's an example of a Christmas movie that could be more a bit on the serious side, right? Like
yeah, but
They were more funny.
Like, it
than
wasn't-
serious.
but they still aired that on Disney Channel. So how serious can it be? You
no,
know what I mean?
no, yeah, but like
Still ain't for
it
kids.
wasn't like this though. It wasn't like the MCU, like it wasn't like this special where like it was a bunch of jokes and stuff. It was just like there were some serious moments, like emotional moments, is what I mean. Like
Oh well,
that
yeah,
were
but that's
more,
what I feel like. Yeah,
Heartfelt.
yeah, but there weren't as many like jokes like this.
No, I know what you
Do you know?
mean. yeah.
I don't know how to
I know what
explain
you
it.
mean.
Maybe people. I mean, have you seen the movie?
like when I was a kid, bro. Like
Oh,
once, years and years.
Okay, well, do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, it's
Yeah.
more a bit serious than this Guardians of the Galaxy
Oh
special.
yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
definitely, yeah.
But either way, I'm just saying, like, that's why I didn't really care. And what you said too. That's how Guardians of the Galaxy were established. I get it. They did my boy Drax like that, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, it was already established. It's a Christmas movie. It didn't really bother me. It's like, okay, it's chill. It's like what Danny said, man. It's rewatchability. It's just have some tamales in the cocoa, right? Just put that
Tamales
bitch
and
on.
Coco, what the fuck?
You know what I mean? Put that bitch on and chill, right?
Tamales
And
with
so
crema.
I think that's what I think. Danny already said his his points,
Good.
right? Did you already say
I was
like
about
things
ready
you
to
like?
cook this motherfucker.
Yeah, he
If
said
would've-
rewatchability
If
10 out
if
of
he
10.
would have said some shit
Oh.
like, "Oh, it wasn't as fun," like, boy, you were laughing right next to me. Shut your ass up.
Why would I fake it? Hold on. Just because
real.
we're recording, I'm gonna
Yeah.
fake my shit.
Yeah, Danny
I
thinks
keep it real.
Yeah, Danny thinks we're gonna.
As for this motherfucker, I kept it real. Did I not keep it real in the Wakanda Forever? Oh shit, we name dropping in this bit.
Yeah, that's
Did I
facts.
keep it real?
Yeah,
That's facts,
that's
man.
funny.
I don't hide shit.
He name dropping, bro. He beefing with people he ain't even know yet.
Whoa.
That's yeah, bro. No, but it's no, it's no.
That's
I don't blame
crazy.
Danny, man. Danny hasn't been on the podcast in a minute. He
That's
probably thinks we have like this persona, but like, nah, we really say, bro. There's times where I'm like kind of like heated and yelling and shit. There's some times where like I'm heated and I'm actually talking shit about the movie
Damn.
or yeah.
You yelling to who, motherfucker?
To you, motherfucker.
To the listeners.
To people like you
like you.
who
That's facts.
who like Marvel and shit, bitch.
So hold on. Speaking about that,
Oh, yeah, go on.
I told you through message when you messaged me, "Hey man, Marvel's going down here." All right, bitch ass.
It's true.
All right, bitch ass motherfucker. You better keep that same energy
When
2-3
Secret Wars
years
come
from
out.
now when all that other shit pops out.
That's the dumbest argument ever.
I know it's Danny.
Listen, no, hold on, Danny. That's the dumbest. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. That's the dumbest argument ever. Because if I eat at a restaurant and I say this shit trash as fuck, yo, this shit trash, bro, I'm out. You say, hey, bro, if I see you in 3 years once they update their menu and fix their cooks, and you say it's lit, I'm gonna be on your ass.
I am gonna be on your ass.
That's literally the same equivalent. Like, bro,
No way.
I'm saying right now it's going downhill. It's not good. I'm not saying in the
bro.
future it's not gonna go back up or whatever.
It's all good.
That I think that was a perfect analogy that I made, like on
Yeah,
a
it is.
restaurant. Like,
It's all
It is.
good, bro. I don't know what you guys are. You
What
guys
are
are
you
tripping.
talking-
Saying Marvel's
so
going
he
down
liked
here.
so he liked Love and Thunder.
oh, you know what? Real quick, just
I
real
did
quick.
enjoy Thor. Love
You
and
enjoyed
Thunder.
Thor?
Yes.
Love and Thunder? Really?
Bro,
What would you rate that?
Bro, if they kind of made him a comedian in Thor Ragnarok, what made you think
Bro.
that this one was gonna be any fucking different?
That's why
No, bro,
we
but
knew
this is worse.
it is
I
worse.
know, but
The-
it was still
Danny,
enjoyable.
okay, well, even the actor himself said there was issues,
Yeah, I know.
right? Not only that, there's more issues in the
There's
more issues in the movie.
My biggest problem,
like with Gore.
What about him?
Gore was lit, but the only issue that I have with him is we didn't get to see him kill gods. We just saw him kill one motherfucker, and that's it.
Oh yeah,
That's
I know.
one issue I didn't like. Outside of his performance,
My
you know what I
They
mean?
biggest
should
issue.
have kept his comic book design.
My biggest issue.
You low key. That would have been like a lot of CGI.
Taika Waititi said that they changed his design on purpose so that the internet wouldn't
Yeah.
make fun of him and compare him to Voldemort.
Oh,
We wanted to
What?
avoid those jokes. It's like
Nah,
you're
bro.
a bitch ass motherfucker.
yeah. Like, who
What?
cares about
Like keep
that?
his design. It looked raw.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, they just made him into a human.
Christian
See?
Bale's
Whatever.
still a W.
No, yeah, no. His performance, I can't, dude. His performance is great, and that's why I hate it. It's because it's great. Yes, this is what we want, serious, and then it's like,
In a movie that's completely opposite.
yes,
Yeah.
and not only that, his performance is great, but like I said, we didn't get to see much of Gore. We didn't get to see him go on a rampage leading up to Thor. We didn't get to see him kill a couple gods or whatever, and then Thor was never once like really super worried, like, oh my god, this dude's actually like killing
The
these-
shit.
Yeah, like this dude's actually for real. I gotta be for real. I gotta be for real too.
I know this
and
will-
have this character development with Thor. Like, you know what? Fuck this messing around. I gotta be for real because this dude's dead ass murking these motherfuckers, and we see those moments. Maybe not like a full fight scenes. Maybe 2 full fight scenes of Gore actually whooping some gods. That'd be cool. But like, that was in my head.
I know this will never happen. Let's be honest, it'll never happen. But how cool would it be if we got a Disney Plus show of Gore and it showed him killing those guys?
That'd be raw as fuck.
Yeah, right. But they
That
can't
would
make
be raw.
it. They can't make it the same humor shit.
No.
No, it's got to be like
No, I
some
don't
more
think- yeah.
and or grounded shit.
But that's what I mean, Danny. When I review shit, that's the things I look at.
We all
Right.
do.
So like, what were you gonna say? You were gonna say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say my only issue is like that
Yeah.
it was a short ass movie.
What?
Legit, bro. Like that's
was the only
one,
issue.
that's the one thing that I didn't fucking
Wait,
enjoy.
how
Like
long was it?
I don't
everything
even
you're
know.
saying.
Hold on, let me see.
Everything,
Isn't everything Marvel 2 hours?
everything you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, it
Do you
could have.
agree?
It could have happened. What?
Do you agree with the things I just said right now?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I don't mind.
Okay, do
Thor
you think
being
that's kind of
funny.
a flaw?
It is, but I mean,
Okay, listen, wait, we're getting somewhere. Danny, hold on.
Hold on.
We're
Shut
getting
up,
somewhere.
Shut up. Listen to me.
Yeah,
shut
it's
up.
2 hours exactly.
Shut up. Yeah, it's
Oh,
2 hours
shit.
exactly.
Oh, wow.
It's short as shit. But
It's pretty short.
my thing is, you know,
I mean,
everybody has been known for a while. Thor's a funny guy now. He ain't that serious motherfucker. So
But we
why
prefer
would
him.
So why would it be any different from the kind of just
He's
switch
not-
him up, you know, in one
No.
Because
movie?
he was not in Infinity War and Endgame. He wasn't amplified as high as he was in Ragnarok and
Yeah.
Endgame. Or in Ragnarok.
same with the
and Love and
first
Thunder.
Thor and the second Thor.
Yeah, but there was different directors behind that, so like they did him differently. It's because ever since that motherfucker took over, like they made him into a comedian.
I like the old Thor, man.
Me too.
I'll stand by it, Danny.
Me too.
They ruined Thor.
Me too.
In the MCU, they ruined the Hulk, and not only that,
Actually, fuck with the Hulk.
and the biggest and the worst. I'm gonna say this because I'm gonna be honest. The worst MCU character is not Thor, believe it or not, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
Let me see-
Madison.
Let me hear your. opinion.
It's fucking Taskmaster. He's the worst fucking character.
You mean she?
Yeah, like whatever, right? Taskmaster's the worst character
No, that's
because the
right.
way
Ah,
because
okay, that is
because
a
the
good
way
one.
because the way they made Taskmaster, bro, was a joke. Like what the fuck? What a waste of potential. Waste
That's a
of
good
fucking
one.
oxygen. Right? So I'll give Thor. You know what? At least I had a couple good movies with you. But you Taskmaster, you piece of fucking dog shit. What the fuck did they do to you, my guy?
And they're bringing him back for Thunderbolts.
They got to redo him, bro, or her, right? Sorry. It's just that whole I don't fuck with that. Taskmaster is the worst fucking MCU character, man.
That's,
But Thor: Love and Thunder, you didn't hear this. I said this in the last podcast. Thor: Love and Thunder is the worst MCU movie, in my opinion. Is the
That's
worst.
crazy. You know, I'm gonna tell you why I think they made him into a funny character. It's because everybody was giving him shit for the Dark World. That movie was a serious Thor movie.
No, I know.
Nobody
I
enjoyed that
personally
shit
liked
because
it.
everybody were like, whatever their reasons were. I personally,
liked it too.
I'll even say I loved Dark World because of how seriousness it was. Comparing it to the first Thor movie, because the first Thor movie, it was serious, you know, set the ground.
Yeah.
The second one was like straight seriousness. Like, sure, you had your humor in it, but it was serious Thor. After that, you know, people didn't fuck with it. So that I feel like that's why they were at the studio, like, you know what? Let's make this motherfucker
No, of
more
course.
funny, bro.
That's why.
Well,
that's
the
why they.
thing is,
That's why
Danny,
they changed them.
The thing is, we're not denying that though. Like we know that. Again, I'll say it again. It's a business. They're looking at it from
Numbers.
business perspective, and they're gonna go, "What's gonna make us more money?"
Yep.
And this ties back to the other topic we talked about last week: audience pleasing.
Yeah.
Something that's gonna please the audience, because that equals what? More money.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So we're not. Like we're agreeing with you. Like we're not saying you're wrong. Like you're absolutely
You're right. That's why they
we're
changed it.
110% right. We're just saying we don't like that
Yeah. I like the Thor from the second Thor, the first Thor.
from Age of
The
Ultron, man.
Age of Ultron. Yeah, I like that Thor, bro. Not this new one, man. I think they personally ruined Thor, dude.
I mean,
They
it is
ruined
what
his
it is
character,
at this
man.
point, bro.
No, but okay,
no,
but,
yeah,
look,
we
but-
agree.
but listen, we're getting somewhere. Okay, earlier you said you agreed with me about the whole gore stuff and everything I mentioned about the movie. You agreed with me. So take
That
those.
I wanted to see more guys being killed by gore. what
Sure, and
part?
that's there's like a flaw, and not only that, the balance between him being more serious and then the whole comedic shit show that was going on. Like it just wasn't the right balance.
Wasn't mixing
Like,
up.
and you agree. So to me, it's like, okay, we're getting somewhere. As in, take those things, you know that there are flaws, and add it to that rating, and then you know that will drop a rating.
Right.
Does that make sense? So like,
Mm-hmm.
now that you know this, would you drop your rating or would you keep it the same? What was it again? You gave it a.
I never even told you my rating.
Oh, go on.
I just told you. You just asked me what I thought. I told you.
All
It's
right,
a cool movie. I
what
fucked
was the
with
rating?
it.
What would you give
that?
it?
Yeah, what would you give it? Knowing this though, like try to put this together, because like, come on, Danny, you just can't ignore the flaws. Sure, it could be rewatchable, sure, chilling, but you can't ignore the flaws.
Hold on. But earlier, what did you say about Jane and You said it was Gore. Did you say Gore?
Gore the
Or-
God Butcher, yeah, and then Jane Foster. Those
Okay.
two, those two characters. I really like those two characters. That is the only reason why it's not.
See,
a 3 or 2.
my thing is I didn't. It's funny because I don't give a shit really much about Thor. My issue was with Jane.
Oh,
My
Jane
issue
was
with
raw.
Jane because when this movie was getting made, there was like I guess somebody had like snuck in or whatever, some like paparazzi or somebody
Yeah.
from the outside, and they recorded off of their phone with like the big ass green screen in the back, and it was like a little like footage of Jane, like grabbing Mjolnir and like Mjolnir lifting her up, into the air, and like that's what you saw in the film, and I thought I was gonna see that in the film.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like how they showed, how she got Mjolnir and all that shit. Like, it didn't make sense to me. It did but it also didn't at the same time, because my thought was like back in Thor 1 where Odin did speak to Mjolnir saying whoever whatever shall possess the power of Thor and all that. I thought that was just, one time thing. I didn't think that fucking, meant like that Thor himself can pass that on to, somebody else. And so then obviously it explains how Thor was like speaking to Mjolnir and saying like, like protect her and all that shit.
Yeah.
I just found that a little like kind of funky. So because of that,
do you think they were gonna do it like the
I
comic
thought
book storyline?
I thought they were gonna do like the comic book,
like where they're on that planet,
or just something more serious because she had cancer, and like that's what I know. Was a main factor. She ended up getting slaughtered.
No, I dude, I like Jane, bro, and I like that scene where they ripped it off from the page, where like Thor's holding her like this. Mm-hmm. I thought it was good, man. I liked her character overall, man.
I just didn't like her in the beginning. I liked her at the end.
Her suit was dope too, though.
Her suit was raw. I didn't like Thor's new suit. His was kind of kind of fucking
looked like Rainbow Road from Mario Kart.
His was like weird as shit, and I didn't like his new helmet and
it was
ugly.
I don't know. Yeah, it was.
I will tell you this though, it also wasn't the best looking Thor just because of the CGI. Because I could tell from the trailer, and I thought they were gonna update it more in the movie when they came out. But then I saw the movie, and I saw the same CGI
I don't know
as they were in the trailer. Like with that one where he's like Jane, and like you saw that weird ass CGI with his helmet.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys notice this. Maybe it's just me, but I've noticed the CGI's quality been going a bit down.
I know, I've noticed that too, but
at the same
time, bro,
you gotta look at that, Danny, and rate that.
Bro, you gotta understand. Bro, if the movie or show is still enjoyable enough, like who the fuck cares? Like, bro, I'm not a fucking critique. Like nobody's gonna give a shit what I feel. If I like it, I'm gonna watch the movie. I'm gonna rewatch it. If I like it, if you don't like it, I don't give a fuck what you think. You watch it for the one time. That's it. Me, I'm gonna continue to watch it, even if the CGI or whatever is like not there. But back to the whole thing. You want to get my rating? I mean, honestly, I'll give Thor
real quick.
As much as I want to give it like a 5, just because I would say like a 4.5.
Okay, like I gave it a 4, right? And you gave it a 4.5. I mean,
but he would still rewatch it. Would you still rewatch it?
It was funny. It was funny enough to the point where like I'll rewatch it because of the.
I mean, to be honest with you, Danny, you said you liked the movie. A 4.5 doesn't seem like you liked the movie.
It's not.
You know what I mean? So it's
no, because you were telling me everything you and I were discussing. But if it were up to me, I'd give it like a 6, 7. I don't give a fuck.
All right,
it was enjoyable. I'll rewatch it. I don't give a fuck. But because it was so short, I didn't like that either.
And speaking of CGI, because I know this is the Guardian of the Galaxy review, right? Speaking of CGI, I've noticed that CGI. To me, that didn't look good personally.
Which part?
With Mantis was like doing that crawling shit,
jumping
doing
shit.
that jumping shit. That didn't look good to me.
That didn't look good
at all. I'm gonna say that. And I was kind of, I get it. It's like what we talked about before, Hop. It's like Marvel is at this all-time high where like they're just not necessarily trying. They say, "Yo, anybody's gonna watch this shit, put it out." Like they're not necessarily trying anymore. That's what I think, man. The quality is dropping.
I saw it as like the other thing that we talked about last week, where it's like they're working on multiple projects.
Yeah, man.
That like maybe they just don't have time to refine the CGI on certain things. You know what I mean?
So if we're gonna get a little bit more in depth, guys, the CGI for me personally didn't do it. And I noticed it, and I was like, okay, it's wonky.
Well, you see, the problem is when you say that, you're referring to all of it, all the CGI.
Yeah, I think for me, for majority of
really?
it, bro. Yeah.
For real?
What about Groot?
So.
Groot was raw. So was Rocky.
All right, well, excluding those two characters, but everything else when they were jumping and shit.
Man, like, fuck the jumping, bro.
I didn't that shit. I was like, all right, that's just kind of weird. Like, you could just tell. I was like, okay.
But it was just
that's me personally.
It was
just that's it. Like that's it. Other besides
the jumping and her like crawling from like the wall to like the.
Other than Groot and Rocket, other than that, everything else it just didn't do it for me. I was like, all right, but this is me going more in depth, right? Because I actually want to give a review out for the people, just you know what I mean. And that's what I think. The whole plot is very Nothing crazy. Like I said, very simple, very common story.
Right.
So it's nothing crazy, guys. Legit, if you saw the trailer, you know what's gonna
It's
happen.
a casual watch.
Yeah, man.
Is what it is. It's
that's why there's not
target audience, Danny.
Yeah, that's
what
why
the
that's
movie
that's why we
is.
went on a tangent because there's like what Javi said. There's not that much to talk about.
Other than like the
Really nitpicky stuff.
the reveal.
Sure, let's do that. Okay, let's get into the shock moments, right, and the reveals that we found out during this, which is Jav. Do you want to start with the first one?
I mean, I only saw one.
Oh, go
Was
ahead.
there more?
One.
I mean,
He
well,
said shocks and reveals. Like, did you see more?
What did you see?
yeah, Winter Soldier's fucking arm. I want to mention that. The fuck,
Oh.
Oh, I mean, I guess.
like that shit.
Yes,
but you
that
just
was-
did. Like, that's it though.
No, well, like no. So Rocky.
Tell him
Rocky-
what you said during the movie, like how Nebula got that
Well,
bitch.
okay,
So I don't know like the concrete story, but like it's because I saw somewhere on the internet that someone on Twitter tweeted like, how the fuck do they get Bucky's arm like when
Yeah.
they're in space and shit? Like, how the fuck does that happen? And I think they were insulting it by saying like that shit's like dumb. Like, why would he get Bucky's arm type shit?
yeah.
And James Gunn himself retweeted and said something along the lines of, "Oh, Nebula went to Earth and took Bucky's arm because she was feeling Christmassy,
Yeah.
and gave it to Rocket as a present."
Right.
And he ended the tweet with, "And that's canon." So I
Yeah,
guess
so
it's
so
canon.
so that's what happened, and obviously for you guys who forgot in Endgame when they were fighting, Rocket and Winters and Bucky were duking it out, and Rocket was like, "Yo, how much for the arm?"
Yeah.
And I forgot what Bucky said. He said,
Not for
Doesn't-
sale. or something.
"Yeah, he
Yeah.
said something." So it all connects to that, guys. And to me, well, the reason why I mentioned it, to me that was a shock. I'm like, "What the fuck? Why is that? What the fuck is that?" Then Javi explained like the reasoning and stuff. And I don't know. I feel like that was shit. I think that was just too goofy for me personally. I thought that was like,
Yeah, same here.
all right, that's weird.
So
Like,
I thought it was funny.
yeah. So Javi thought it was.
Here's the thing though, but like they're never gonna mention it ever in the movies.
No, of course
You know what
not.
I mean? Bucky's not gonna be like, man, that one time Nebula took my arm. Like they're never gonna mention it.
Yeah.
So like that's why to me it's funny because like it's just served as a joke.
Right.
It's
Right.
not
Right.
served to be like taken serious.
Mhm.
It's like Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be taken serious. It's a fucking joke.
Oh, well, no. I'm assuming I already know your answer. You feel the same way with Javi, right?
Well, I got that
situation.
shit. Well, because I saw that shit on Twitter with like before the
Oh.
release. Because
And what did
before
you
the-
think? Like you
because
thought the same thing as Javi, or did you also think it was
Yeah.
goofy?
No, I already knew that she was his sister's because
Of course you did,
because
Danny. You know
in-
everything.
Shut up. Because you know how like they always put out those like Marvel like what are they like the specials where it's like dedicated to that one character.
Oh,
What are they
the Marvel,
Marvel Legends. I think
Marvel
that's what it's
Legends?
called. Something like that.
where they do like behind the scenes stuff.
No. It's
Or
like,
they just focus one character.
yeah. It like they show like
I don't know what that is.
like a minute, 5 minutes of like. you
Oh,
know-
Marvel One Shot. Is that what it's called?
Give me the controller. I'll look for it. No.
Oh, it's
the
on
controller.
Disney
no,
Plus.
one shot is like little skits, like little things. that
Oh,
they do
oh,
and
that's
shit.
what that is. Oh, I forgot.
I don't know.
Okay.
Let me see. I'll try to find
But-
it. But anyways, I saw on.
Oh shit, you might
fuck.
turn that down.
I saw it in
Yeah.
on Twitter. You know that basically saying that
Okay,
they
well-
gave Star-Lord
Right,
an
right.
episode.
But my
and-
question is, Danny, did you did you think the same way as Javi, or did you also think like me and Mario, where we just thought that was just goofy? It was just not really like okay, whatever.
Specifically, he's talking about Bucky's arm.
Yeah, yeah,
Not,
yeah.
No, I didn't care
Not
about
what
that.
you're talking about.
I
Okay,
don't
so,
care
so you
about
agree
that.
with
Yeah.
Javi, right? And then Mario, do you want to speak on that more? Because I know you haven't really been.
About the arm?
Well, yeah. Like, what? Why do you think that it was just goofy?
Because because it's canon now, and you know what I mean.
I just, yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
like if
it's
it's
this.
Legends.
Marvel Legends,
where it
okay.
shows like you know like.
Got you.
Oh, it's 10 minutes for like a specific character, and they like talk about the character and
Oh,
shit
like
like
origins and some
That's
shit,
cool as fuck.
like lore type
that.
stuff.
Yeah, like they always do this when they're like
Interesting.
you know putting out new content for the
Oh,
character.
so
and
they,
Oh, and
okay,
so-
they
and there was
explain shit.
one. There
like
was
the
one
weapons
for
and stuff.
there was one for Star Lord, but they got rid of it because of this like you know Christmas thing.
Yeah.
It
Oh, wow.
spoiled that, and that was meant for the Christmas
Oh,
event for
okay,
the viewers
okay,
to
okay.
find out that Mantis was his sister. But it was mentioned in the Legends shit first, and people watched the Legends, and that's how you know I got it spoiled. So I already knew that you know.
Oh, okay.
Going into this,
So you
was
know they
his
just-
sister.
They all working on multiple things, bro.
Yeah, bro.
They fuck that up.
Yeah, I can see the
That's
whole
proof
joke.
right there,
I can see
deadass.
the whole joke thing, but me personally, I just
It's a
I
silly
know she-
way.
yeah, I thought it was just like, all right, man, it's kind of
Like that's
goofy.
forever canon now. Just because
Whatever.
you got it for Christmas.
That's
Doesn't
pretty-
matter if they don't bring it up ever again. But like,
I
it's
mean,
just
I
like, what
found
the
it
fuck?
pretty cool.
It's kind of
you know.
weird. It's like okay, like
I found it pretty cool. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
anything like
yeah.
you know.
Nah, I guess it's
shocking,
nothing
but-
big. I get it, but like, yeah. Oh.
And then I guess like what you said, the big reveal, man. We find out that they're siblings.
Peter
Like-
and Mantis.
Yeah. What were your first reactions?
I was just
Did
like,
have-
what?
Yeah, me too.
It
I was like,
surprised me, and I paused the movie.
yeah.
The
Oh
first
shit!
time I
he's
saw
like,
it,
what the fuck?
and I
going
was
on?
like, did they talk about that in the last movie?
I don't
'Cause
remember,
I haven't seen
man.
it, and I don't think they did, bro.
Yeah.
Because I would have caught that. Because I have a good memory, and I would have caught shit in the movies that like
They would've said
that
that.
would be important. And if the second Guardians movies like showed that or explained that they were siblings, I probably
Yeah.
would have remembered that.
That's
On top
facts.
of that, they probably would have like brought it up in Endgame and Infinity War, and in, you know what I mean? Like they probably would have made mentions to it. So I was like, nah, I don't think so. So this is like a reveal. This is news to me. So I'm like, interesting. I wonder how that's gonna play going into Guardians 3. You know what I mean? So to me, it was a surprise.
Yeah.
And my only thing is that if Guardians 3 is actually going to be the last Guardians movie, I felt like I would have liked for that reveal to may have been like in Guardians 2. Because then we would have seen more appearances of the Guardians together, and we would have
Yeah.
seen that relationship between Peter and Mantis grow. For all we know, maybe we'll see it really grow in the third one, but they'll have to really go hard on it because they
Yeah.
only have one more movie before it's wraps, like before they end it. You know what I mean? So, but I thought it was a shocker. I was just kind of like interesting, and then when
Yeah, I
she
was
mentioned
like,
that like Ego's my
what the
dad
fuck?
too, I'm like, where are they? Because Ego was in the second Guardians movie. He was the villain. So I go, did they mention that? Like, I'm trying to think, and I'm like, I don't think they did. So that's it's interesting
Danny,
that they went that route.
Do you know if that's from the comic book stuff? Because I never
I don't
kept
know
up.
about
I never
that.
kept up
I
with
have-
Guardians.
That I don't know, bro. I
Okay.
don't know about that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, and I should really check them out because I think Guardians is one of the one of the Marvel teams I haven't really checked out or caught up with their comics and stuff.
Yeah, no, that
So I don't
wouldn't
know. That's so
about
I was shocked. I was like, what the fuck is going on, right? Mario, what did you think, man? About
Of
that?
them being siblings?
Yeah.
I was like with Javi because like I don't remember these fucking movies for shit. The Guardians
neither,
movies,
man.
I don't remember. I was like,
There's
wow.
times where Javi had to pause and like
Yeah.
tell us some
Yeah,
things.
so when I saw that, I'm like, damn, they must have said that in the second movie because I'm like, fuck, because I don't remember.
Or like an end credit scene or some
Yeah, I'm
shit,
like, I did
yeah.
not remember that whatsoever. But no, I
Wonder
thought
how
it
it's
was
gonna
cool.
play out.
I thought it was sweet because this is a Christmas movie, and she did all this for him. You know, being like that caring sister. You know what I mean? And they have that moment at the end where like they hug each other.
Yeah.
And that was actually like a heartwarming moment. I was like, oh, I felt that. Like that was cool.
Yeah,
Like,
where she finally reveals it to him, and he
It
says,
says,
"Well, that's the best
present
gift." Yeah, right. He says
I
that's
ever
the best
got.
gift.
And then she gets teared down. I'm like, oh, that's the best moment in like
Yeah.
the whole thing for me. So I enjoyed it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, and then the reason why I said, "Oh, shocks" or whatever was because that arm, this reveal right here, and then the Cosmo, the space dog,
Yeah.
which they introduced. Which I don't know too much about him, bro. All I know, he was a member of the new Guardians of the Galaxy. He was a new member. That's all I
He's
know.
just a telepathic dog
Yeah,
who has like the thing from Up where he could speak and it's in Russian.
yeah, because wasn't
Russian,
it?
oh, shit.
My introduction to him was
Wasn't he like a? Wasn't it like based off of a real like space dog or some
probably
shit? Like a Russian space dog?
maybe yeah.
I don't know too much about him. What I do know though, I do know he is part of the Guardians of the Galaxy in the newer versions era. I forgot, I don't know what year, but I thought that was pretty cool. So that's what I meant when it shocks, right? Those three things.
Oh yeah, that my first introduction to him
Oh yeah. Go
was the
ahead.
Guardians of the Galaxy video game.
Oh.
That's when he first appeared.
Yeah, they
I
made
never
a.
played.
Yeah, I
And
forgot.
I was like, what the hell? I'm like, who is this? The fuck?
Yeah.
And so I Googled him, like, oh, like, I knew his name was Cosmo because, like, I play games with subtitles on. So it's like, Cosmo said, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I'm like, Cosmo. And I looked him up and I was like, oh, okay. So, like, he's like a space dog who's part of the
Right.
new Guardians team. Like, he's relatively new. So, like, okay, cool. And then, like, the more he showed up in the game, the more I was kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
like, that's cool. So when I saw this and he appears, I'm like, oh, shit, they're bringing in that Cosmo character. That's cool. Like, you know, only difference is that here in the MCU it's a female voice.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I could have sworn he was a dude
Yeah.
or a male voice.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah. And you
Right.
still got to get on that, bro.
What?
The Guardians game.
Oh, is it really good?
I told you, bro.
It's fire.
Dude.
Better than the Avengers?
The game?
Yeah.
I like the story more.
The Avengers story?
Of Guardians more than the Avengers.
Oh, okay.
Hey, but I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
What?
As far as the story,
Mm-hmm.
the Guardians of the Galaxy video game, I like more than the MCU.
Oh, so you like the story of the Guardians of the Galaxy video game is better.
Like I
than
prefer
the MCU.
this Guardians over the MCU.
Holy
Guardians.
shit.
Dude, it's that good. Then again, it's cheating because it's a video game and they actually take the time to delve into each Guardian's backstory more, so you grow more attached to them. But overall, the story that it's telling when you're playing the story
that
mode
makes sense.
is so fucking fire. On top of that,
makes
the gameplay and the soundtrack, everything's cool. But I prefer the Guardians in the game more than the MCU. Not to say they're trash,
No, yeah.
but
yeah,
in the
yeah.
game, dude, it's just so much better written. I just loved it.
I gotta
more,
check it
bro.
out. Did you play that game, Danny?
Hell no.
What? Why not? Why you say it like that?
Because
You're not
when
interested?
Avengers came out, that game was shit.
Nah.
So I
always-
thought it was gonna be the same shit with Guardians. So
And what does he like to say a lot? Numbers don't lie. Blah blah blah. Right? Go on your internet. What were the reviews for the Avengers? What were the reviews for Guardians? It's black and white, bro. It's the complete opposite.
No, yeah.
Mid for Avengers, but the Guardians games got like 8, 9,
Right.
10 out of 10s. Because I was the same way as Danny. I'm like, bro, it's from
Yeah.
Square Enix. What the fuck, right? But then reviews came out, and they were lit. And then at the time when I was working at BCI, Hector got it, and he started playing it. He said it was fire, too. So I was like, damn, everyone's saying it's good. You know what? I'll check it out.
Yeah, I think I saw my
and
brother
then as I
playing it.
started playing it, I was like, this shit is fire.
Yeah.
This is what Avengers should have been.
I saw my brother playing it too, and he told me that was cool.
Bro, I'm telling you, Hector, you will not
Was-
disappoint.
yeah,
It will not disappoint.
Mario, did you
I
play it?
promise
Did you check it out?
Nope.
No, you should, bro.
Yeah,
I
we-
recommend it to both of y'all. It's fire. It is so good, and you'll like it. The only problem is it's like Callisto Protocol. It's linear. No, it's not open world and shit. So but the
Ain't nothing wrong with
story,
a linear game.
the story is not short. It's long. It's like I forget
okay.
how many chapters it is, but each chapter took me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to beat. And there's like 15 or 16 chapters in the story.
Damn.
So like you get your money's worth. Like it's a pretty lengthy story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, it's worth it. And I like the Guardians in the game more than in the MCU.
Even the characters?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
damn.
Yeah,
Even the
man.
characters, bro.
So good. So good.
Well, I gotta fucking check it out now.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
hyping it up.
I'm telling
But-
you, Hector, it's gonna be like Daredevil all over again. How I bigged up Daredevil, and
Yeah.
now you're watching it, you see what I'm seeing. You're gonna see the same thing with
Is the
Guardians.
gameplay good too?
The gameplay surprisingly is really good. Even though when they announced it at E3, my concern was that they said you only play as Star-Lord. You don't play as the other Guardians.
What?
And I said the same thing. I was like, really? What the fuck? They should have just called it Star-Lord, not
real,
Guardians. But when you play the game, like Star-Lord's gameplay is really, really fun. And there's certain mechanics that you do where you could call out different Guardians. Be like, Groot,
Yeah.
do this, and then Groot does something to, or like, it like fucks up a bunch of enemies. Because there'll be times where you're fighting enemies like, in like, when there's like a fuck ton of, like, think of like Call of Duty Zombies, like when you run a train and like there's a bunch of them behind you.
Yeah.
You'll face enemies like that. So like, you have to use the Guardians and their special abilities to like kill them all and shit.
Right.
You don't play as them, but as Star-Lord, you can be like, Gamora, fuck them up, and then Gamora does like a move and like wipes out 10 of them. Type of, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that. You make calls and they do shit.
It would have been dope though if you could play as the other
I
characters.
will admit that it would have been better if you were able to play as all of
Yeah.
them, but even then, everything else about the game,
It's good,
everything
like
else is
story.
good. That the good overweighs the bad by
Okay.
like a fucking fat majority.
Right.
Yeah. And hey, fuck it, right? As long as
What?
I was about to rate it. The
I mean, go
game.
ahead. Fuck it.
But
Throw your rating.
you were the one that said, "Oh, we're slacking on the game reviews." Do you
That's
want to
facts.
review it if you do play it, and I can give my rating then?
You know, I think that's a good idea, but either way, just to get that itch out, you could just say your rating now, and then we could do it again.
All right. Well, that would be spoilers for the people listening, but I give that game a 10.
Damn. A 10, bro.
Yeah,
Nah, now I gotta play it. I'm gonna have to shit on your dreams, bro. I'm gonna give that bitch an 8, and he's gonna be like, "Really, bro?"
That's
You know
still
what I mean?
pretty good, but like to
No,
me
yeah, yeah,
personally, I just love the shit.
Damn. Okay, I'll check it out then. We could do one like that because we are slacking on the game stuff. Which, like I said, we mentioned before, we are gonna make a podcast going over the Game Awards because it's hot right now. Elden Ring or God of War, man. What do you guys think? You know,
I want it to be God of War, bro.
You know, I wanted to be Elden Ring. I didn't play either of them, but I wanted to be Elden Ring.
Why?
Man.
You didn't even play it.
Because
What's the reason behind it?
Okay. The reason
You're gonna be like, my dad's the developer. This is cheating, bro.
No.
You supporting family. That's blood.
Well, no. The reason is, bro, is when Elden Ring came out and everything, it literally like made so much noise that it created memes and it was everywhere on social media. You couldn't escape it.
Okay.
God of War didn't have that same effect, and not only that, like I've seen gameplay because I didn't play the game, but I've checked it out and stuff.
Okay.
The art style and then the open worldness, because it's an open world game.
Yeah, I know.
Everything looked fucking raw as fuck.
Yeah.
It looked raw, and God of War looks raw as fuck too. But I feel like it wasn't necessarily what's it called? It wasn't necessarily game. How do I explain this? Like groundbreaking visuals and gameplay and the stuff that you can do compared to Elden Ring. And you just cannot deny. Like I don't know what to tell you. Numbers don't lie, right? And I think honestly I never played them, but from the things that I've seen, I feel like Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring should be it. I think Elden Ring.
So I'm gonna change your answer.
That's correct.
Because he said I want it to be Elden Ring.
Yeah.
You mean you think it's gonna be Elden Ring, not you want it.
No,
like
I want
at that point, you're rooting for it to win.
I'm rooting for it,
despite you playing the game. That's some Danny activity.
Well, I didn't play the game, but I've seen shit. Listen, no. Whoa, no. I've seen the game, and I've seen people talking about giving out points of why they think the game is, and they show examples and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I see that, and then same thing when they compare it to God of War, like, oh, I believe this should be it instead of God of War, and here's why. And there's no spoilers, obviously. Okay. I would check them out. I'm like, you know what? Those are good points, and not only that, it's nobody's talking about God of War right now. Nobody's talking about it. Like it is like
just like Halo.
You can't like you literally cannot deny that shit. Nobody's talking about God of War. It's nowhere near in your and social media everywhere. Nobody's going crazy.
No, I'm seeing it.
Now compared to Elden Ring, like no, compared to Elden Ring, bro. Elden Ring like was a crazy was making crazy noise and I don't give a fuck if you shrug. It's one of those things where you literally just cannot refute that. You cannot refute that the popularity of Elden Ring, it was far more greater than God of War.
I'm just gonna say this.
You can't
bro.
refute that, bro.
I think it'd be stupid.
I think I want God of War to win.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
But I think
Elden
Ring is gonna win because of two things: timing, and every big streamer was playing it.
Timing. What do you mean
when Elden Ring came out, everybody was playing fucking battle royales for a good couple months. There was no major game release coming out. Like we were playing, we were playing Warzone, Fortnite, Apex. Those were the fucking big three on Twitch, on YouTube. Yeah. These are what big streamers were playing.
Yeah.
Elden Ring comes out, big streamers play these things, and it starts to like this. There's like this. I like to think that because people were so burnt out on battle royales, or like people were just getting tired of BRs. That's why Elden Ring took the fuck off. And then the other thing I think is streamers too. You say a big game. Horizon came out before Elden Ring, buddy, and that was a big game. What happened?
Horizon what?
Horizon Forbidden West.
That was Mario.
Oh.
Don't stop.
What?
That was a big game. You just said no. There was no big game that came out. That was a big game, and it came out before Elden Ring.
But the other thing I say is that streamers.
Okay, why? But here's the thing.
I said that helped.
But that's not their. Here's the thing. It's not their fault that like the game wasn't good enough compared to Elden Ring. Because I'm just countering your argument because you said, oh, there was no good game at the time. There was.
That's true. Yeah, you got me there. But at the same time,
what happened?
Courage JD wasn't playing Horizon. Dr. Disrespect. Courage JD. Courage. You know what that is? A big streamer.
I know very big cowardly dog.
Yeah.
Either Dr. Disrespect was playing Elden Ring. Other big ass streamers were playing Elden Ring.
Okay, but here's the thing: why were they playing that and not Horizon?
Because that's what they were interested in.
Horizon came out first. Nobody was checking that shit out. And even when they did, they hopped off. But here's the thing: when Elden Ring came on, they checked it out and they stayed because they did something good. They made it.
Yeah.
it was good enough for people to stay. Mario, let's be real.
And it was getting viewers.
No, but Mario, come on, let's be real. Because
What?
when Horizon came out, people would check it out.
Yeah,
It's a
people
big game.
people
okay?
checked that out, yeah.
But they left. They left because it wasn't good enough for them. They're like, oh, you know what?
Yeah, that's true.
Whatever. But when Elden Ring came, it's with any game, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Any game. It's always like that. When a game comes out, everybody plays it. Callisto, everybody's playing it right now. And only a few people will stay because is the game good enough?
Mm-hmm.
That's my point. Is Elden Ring was that normal game, big game that came out. People played it. And guess what? It was good enough that people stayed. And it was and it grew popularity. That's my point. If it's good enough for people to stay and actually talk about it, then that's my point.
Yeah, I think just the big streamers stayed.
Well,
That's true. And like I said, the memes, everybody was making memes out of it. Like I said, it's gonna win because of that.
I mean,
And you can't deny it, bro. It blew. It
who
was
knows?
more than just a game. It was like a whole ass like
mean-
social thing on Twitter.
I mean, who knows though? Because like, The Last of Us won Game of the Year.
Nah,
You know what I mean? And that was like a 50-50 though in the internet and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they won that. So who knows? Maybe God of War would pull it through.
Boys, stop. They had no competition. No shit. The Last of Us was gonna win.
What do you mean, Ghost of
Ultimately.
Tsushima?
What else do they have?
That's fact.
That's
Bro,
what I think should
what'd
have.
he say?
That game
Ghost of
deserved.
Ghost of
Bro,
Tsushima.
do you know?
Yeah,
how
there
much,
you go. That's a competition.
do you
I
know-
never
do
played
you
that
know
game,
how
but I
much
already
hype-
know from what he's told me and with the things that I've seen. Like I would look at clips and everything. People talk good things about him. Like I said, I did this with God of War and Elden Ring. The things that I've seen, I knew that shit should have won over The Last of Us, but they didn't.
Boy,
'Cause
stop.
wanna
You're really
why?
telling me a
'Cause of
game that was
recognition.
anticipated for how long since
Wait.
the first one?
What are you talking about? God,
The Last of Us.
Part
How-
2.
When did
Oh, The
the
Last of Us.
first Last of Us?
that's
2012,
2013.
2013,
And
yeah.
when did the second one drop?
Right before the
2020?
PS5s came out. Before the
2020,
PS5,
I think.
So how long? And how long is that?
I don't know, like 9 years.
All right.
Yeah,
it
like
was-
9 years.
You already telling me a game, Ghost of Tsushima or whatever the fuck, is gonna outbeat a game that was anticipated for over 9 years?
I don't think it's
No,
that.
but
It's not that. It's just the game was Last of Us Part 2 was heavily divided. It was 50-50. You either hated
Yeah,
it
bro.
or you loved it.
Based on the story.
And then when you
It just
when you
wasn't-
see people talk
yeah.
about Ghost of Tsushima, it's
People were saying
all
it's a masterpiece,
love.
well written. Other
All-
people's like us, we don't think it was well written. It's just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
That the reason why it won is because of what you said right
I know
now.
that's why it won.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm saying it had no
And
competition.
what we're saying is like, yeah, we understand that, but we don't agree with it.
Look, you have to understand.
That's
is that-
what I'm
you
saying.
have
Well,
to
that's what I'm saying.
understand
I don't
is-
want to speak for you two.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys actually know how the fuck that works? The whole like voting on Game of the Year. How does that work?
It's all the media votes for all that shit, like the writers.
It's like
and all that
representatives, no?
shit. I'm
But,
pretty
like,
sure it's
who's,
just media.
Who's in charge of all that shit?
I
What does
don't
that
know.
Like,
who gets to decide? Is it a group of people or is it like just
It's-
one individual who listens?
I don't think
to
it's.
the group
I
of
don't think it's
people?
an individual. I think it's a group
No,
of
no,
people.
it's-
If
yeah.
I were to guess,
yeah.
It's because shit like that, bro.
I think
I've
so.
told you this, and
Because
I
it's not
still
obviously,
stand by this.
it's not fan people because they have
I
their
know, I
own
know, I
thing
know.
category.
I stand by this, bro.
Okay,
I am
wait,
still.
Hey, hold
salty
on.
the-
Can you hold that thought real quick, please?
Go ahead.
Because okay, you know what, guys? Like I said, this was supposed to be a review for this special. We already said we got to say there's not that much. I say let's just give our ratings for it, and if you guys want to stick along for more conversation, you're feel free. But yeah, we're sorry.
For what?
We're sorry for going on a tangent because we're talking about all this stuff and it's far away from this.
Yeah.
We already talked about the trailer. We already said the whole generic premise. If you've seen the trailer, whatever, you know the issue. You know the secret shock things. What are the three things that we mentioned? And so to hold that thought, Danny, I say let's just give our reviews and
Ratings.
yes, sorry, yeah, our ratings, and then if people would want to stick along to hear what else we're gonna say, we'll continue.
Yeah.
So so hold that thought. If you write that down, don't forget
No,
that.
I know.
Okay. Mario, can you go ahead and give your rating for this presentation? It's 40-minute presentation or something like that. I forgot how long that is.
it's around 40 minutes. But for this special,
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's
Mm-hmm.
terrible. I don't think it's fucking incredible or anything like that either. I think it's a solid Christmas theme.
Yeah.
Casual watch.
Casual watch. That it's a story that we've seen in other Christmas movies, just set in the Marvel universe with these set of characters.
Yep.
And I think they nailed it. They did a good job. They did a solid job. With that being said, I don't want to say too much, so they can speak more about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10.
7.
Solid.
Yeah, it's a good rating. Danny.
An 8.
I'm surprised you didn't say 10 out of 10, motherfucker, or 13.
Rewatchability.
Okay, you give it an 8. But what about the rewatchability? What's ready for that? Yo, we should do that.
Yeah, for real. Yo, we should do that. Now, in Danny terms.
Yo,
In
dude,
Danny terms.
that would be fun. Yo, this
From
is
now
something
on?
from now on. I think we're gonna do that just for you, Daddy.
What?
We're gonna give 2 ratings.
Mine?
A real rating,
a real one.
and then the rewatchability rating.
Which one do you
I
want
thought-
first?
Or
we
what'd you
should, we
think?
should just call it a Danny rating.
Danny rating,
Because like Danny just has a different mindset than all of
aka
us.
rewatchability
So
rating.
which one do you want to hear first?
Oh god.
You're the real one, which is the critique version.
Yeah,
Give us that. Give us that.
Yes, an 8.
Okay, 8 solid. Okay, now give us your Danny rating.
Rewatchability?
Yes.
9.5.
All right.
Same as She-Hulk.
That's a big jump. That's a big jump.
I know that's.
All right, I think we should do that from now on. What do you guys think?
Funny as
Do you guys, what do you think, Mario? You guys think
I
that?
don't mind.
It'd be like a cool
Like a
inside
joke?
joke. Yeah.
I'm
People,
down.
people will be like, "What the fuck is that? What? Like they'll be like, "What is a Danny rating?" And only OGs will know, right? Or
Yeah.
until they look into it. All right,
Yeah.
Javi, go ahead, man.
I'm stuck.
I'm
It's
kind of
between-
stuck a little bit.
It's between 2 ratings.
Oh shit.
So I don't know.
Oh shit.
I either want to give it an 8 or a 9.
Oh
Damn, a 9?
It's crazy.
Yeah, the reason why I'm contemplating giving it a 9
Yeah.
is because you guys are right. It's a casual watch. It's a casual Christmas story. You know what I mean? But like, as far as Christmas stories go,
Yeah.
this was a really, really good one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It could have been like generic,
Yeah.
like a lot more generic than like what we got. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, because that was, James Gunn was attached to it, and he added his James Gunn genius to
Yeah.
it. Right? The comedy was on.
It's just the message that was generic. The whole someone being far from home,
right.
bringing Christmas to them.
Right,
and,
right.
At the end, Christmas is about like you know what I mean. It's
Yeah.
that
I didn't see that
was,
as a flaw though. That's the thing.
No, it's,
You know what I mean? I didn't see it as a flaw. But that's the only reason
Yeah.
why like I'm contemplating giving it a
Interesting.
9 because as Christmas stories go, this was a good one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like the way I just really liked it. Maybe I'm biased because it's Marvel and it's like
Yeah,
you
right.
don't see a lot of Marvel
Guardians.
Christmas. The last one we got was like Iron Man 3.
yeah.
That shit took place during Christmas.
That's facts, right?
That,
We rarely
that
get
fucking movie
shit.
took place during Christmas. Came out in May.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know, man.
Whatever. But yeah, that's why I'm contemplating it. But that's the thing. Like I'm stuck. Like I want to give it an 8 because it's good, but I want to contemplate
Okay.
giving it a 9 because, like I said, just as far as Christmas stories go, this is a really, really good one. Like would I watch it again? Hell yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd recommend it to anybody. It's a simple, short. You can watch it. It's good as fuck. Like, you know, all killer, no filler type bullshit. Like it's just
Yeah.
good as fuck. So like that's why I'm stuck. I don't know.
All right, do you want to give
yours?
Do you want to give your Danny rating first, then?
Oh my. Hey man, 10 out of 10. What you
All right,
talking
is it
about?
Danny
What you
rating?
mean,
All right,
girl?
bet.
What you mean?
Danny
So
rating.
raps.
All
What you
right.
mean,
So
girl?
for,
As
okay,
soon
for
as
me,
I saw Marvel Studio, 10 out of
Yeah.
10.
no, low key,
As soon
right?
as I saw Christmas lights around the Marvel Studios, 10 out of 10.
Yo, that's actually what he said when we were watching
know.
it.
Yeah, he said that.
Like the Marvel Studios logo came up and there was Christmas lights around it. Then he's like, already 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Like rewatchability.
What about you, Hector?
So what would you give it?
I think I was more harsh, man, than everyone here, man. I was talking about the CGI. You know, I was talking about the whole arm bush. I thought was goofy. I'm gonna be a buzzkill, bro. This shit a 7.
Get the fuck out of
It
here.
is.
That's crazy.
Listen, but no, hold on. That's my critique review, right? That's my
Danny
real review.
review.
My Danny review, bro. Shit, that's 100. Dumbass.
I like
No,
that.
okay. Listen, to be okay, if I'm okay, my real rating, like I said, my critique, right? I'm looking at the there's some things I didn't really like, the CGI or whatnot. I thought that it was kind of generic, the whole plot or whatnot. I thought it was okay. We've seen this before, but it's good, right? It's not bad. And yeah,
That's why I said it was solid.
Oh yeah, I'm agree with you, Mario. 7. 7 is not bad. It's
Yeah.
it's
Solid.
just- yeah, it's all right.
Solid.
Whatever. I think I was just more harsh. So yeah, I'm gonna say 7, and then my Danny rating. Yeah, this is a quick, easy, plug and play, chilling with your fam, rewatchability. Danny rating 9. Just
Fuck
for you,
you.
man.
What about you,
Just
Mario?
for you.
What's
That's
your
my
Danny
Danny
rating,
rating.
Mario?
I think Mario already said his Danny rating.
He
No.
never had one.
You started with Danny.
Oh, go ahead. What's your Danny rating, real quick?
I mean, yeah, it's a casual view. I think all the Dannies out there would probably
All the
give it.
All the Dannies out
Yes,
there.
that's it. So hey, every single mediocre casual Marvel fan or movie goer or whatever, like
Y'all are Dannies.
y'all are Dannies.
That's the Dannies.
Yeah.
I think all the Dannies out there can, play Valorant while having this in the background. Some League of Legends.
Like if you're playing Valorant and you got to get your food because the microwave
You
just
gotta,
beep.
you gotta get your pizza rolls out
Your
of the
pizza
microwave.
rolls, and by the time you get there and come back
And you say,
and
you
get
say
a kill
fuck you to your
in
mom.
Valorant,
Yeah.
and then you look at the movie, it's still good,
Yeah.
right? You still know what's going on.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, go on, Mario.
It's a solid. It's a 9. It's a 9.
9.
On the-
Okay.
On the
Well,
Danny
no, yeah.
scale. On the Danny scale.
On the Danny scale.
On the day.
All right, yeah, go back.
You
to
know what, bro? Fuck it. I'm gonna give it an 8.
An 8.
An
8 solid, man.
8, man.
8 solid.
Yeah, that's good as fuck, bro. I fuck with this
I
shit
respect
hard.
it. Respect
Danny
it.
rating?
I told you.
You're 10.
Oh,
Give
10.
it to it.
Yeah.
A 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Yeah, just a fun film. Well, but yeah, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you guys want to keep listening, because we're gonna go on. Danny had a point. We're gonna continue the show a bit longer. But for you guys that just stuck with the review, I apologize. This was a this was a mess.
Bro,
This was
yeah.
this was definitely a
Yeah,
a mess.
for real. What's the timestamp?
Well, let me say my outro first.
An hour and 40.
This was. Yeah, it's a wrap. This was definitely a mess. Don't worry, guys. I am gonna put timestamps in the video or in the time so you can see what's going on. And it was just the reason why it was just kind of chaotic. Is just there was not that much to say. We went on a couple tangents, but for you guys that just stuck around for the review, then I appreciate you guys listening. And remember, don't let your past haunt you guys. Take it easy. But for those that want to stick along and listen, you guys are more than welcome. So yeah,
we're
gonna
talking about games.
Yeah, we're continuing
Bro,
the show.
look.
And
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
no, go
I
go
was
go
gonna
ahead,
say,
Danny.
Bro,
You're
the
back to your
reason
point.
why I know that the fucking Game Awards is rigged. Now, I'm a Red Dead bandwagon. I know I haven't been playing it. I only played the first one. I didn't even play the story of the first one. I
You
played
didn't
the
even play
zombie.
the story.
I played the zombie version
Yeah.
of the first one. I played that story. That shit was lit. But it was when God of War won Game of the Year. That bogus ass game should not have won Game of the Year when it was competing with Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, bro, like that just does not make any sense to me.
Well-
wait, Red Dead was
Did you
competing
play
with.
God of War though?
I didn't have to.
Okay,
That's gay.
okay. Here's the thing, right? I understand why I love Red Dead, man. I love you, Danny. Come on, man. You know I'm OG when it comes to Red Dead. But I understand why God of War won.
I don't.
I do, because I understand that the story is really good, the graphics and everything. Not only that, they reinvented it.
That's why I know that it won.
That's why they won. 'Cause
That's
they
why The Last of Us
reinvented
2
it.
also won.
And honestly, that's what games are supposed to be. You gotta reinvent the wheel.
I know, but like it just
You
pisses
guys
me.
gotta do different things. And God of War did that.
just
And
pisses me
honestly,
off.
they deserve it. God
Shut
of
your
War, I
ass
think,
up.
deserves
Look,
it, man.
It pisses me off because that's the same reason why The Last of Us 2 won Game of the Year.
Well, no, that's
And
not. I
shut your-
argue that they shouldn't have won because they didn't really reinvent shit.
No, but it was the most anticipated game of that group of
shit
games that were
ass.
going.
No, you know
Same
what?
thing with the God of War.
Danny's right, though.
Because when was the last God of War game that dropped? When was the last God of War game
Like
that dropped?
Ascension?
Ascension.
No,
Ascension.
like how long
It,
ago?
dude,
I'm
it
talking
came
about.
out on the PS3, bro.
PS3.
It came out on the PS3.
Just
2013 or something like
give
that.
give it like your
I could look it
estimated
up right
number of years. Yeah, look it up. Look it up.
It came
bro.
out in 2018.
No,
so probably like what? 5,
I know
6
obviously
years?
you know there have been more God of War games, right, than Red Dead Redemption games, and there's a lot more God of War fans out there than Red Dead Redemption
2013,
games.
I was right. March 12th, 2013.
And when did the first God of War, the new one?
2018.
2018, 7.
So 5 years span.
Oh, 5 years.
You know, I realize there's a lot more God of War fans out there than there are Red Dead Redemption fans.
For sure.
But that
bro.
just pisses me off. That I know that was also one of the bigger factors as to why
Red Dead had a
God
time
of
span
God
too.
of War won. I know, but it's not as popular of God of War just
Yeah.
because God of War has already had how many games? Have 4 or 5 under its belt?
It's 4.
4
one,
games under its
Well,
belt.
Ascension is
two.
kind of it's like
No, God of War
prequel or
3,
some shit.
Ascension.
Because
6.
the God of War that won Game of the Year that they call that God of War 4.
6.
No,
6. There's 6.
there's
6
6.
games.
No. But
so
I'm
it's
talking
God
about-
of War, God of War 2, God of War 3, God of War Ascension, God of War Ghost of Sparta, God of War Chains of Olympus.
Okay, so we'll
And then
just so those 6.
it's
So it's
2018
got
God of
6
War.
games under its belt. While Red Dead Redemption only had 1. You know, and like, man, that just pisses me off, bro.
And
Because
that game was fire.
I have the first God of War on my PS5. I didn't play
Man,
it.
what you
My
mean?
dad
Got it
played
right
it.
here, man.
My pops played it. And my dad legit said that was one of the best fucking games he's ever played. And I tell him, like, Pops, you got to play Red Dead Redemption 2, motherfucker. Yeah.
Damn.
Hector pulled out a copy of a PS2 box of God of War.
I
Why
And
do you
God
have
of War
these?
2.
I had
God
that
of War
one.
2.
I had the first one.
I thought you got him on PS3.
I do got it on PS3. But I was gonna play him on PS.
Hey, bro, what's
PS2.
that Christmas music? I thought it was going crazy.
No, some Christmas. Yeah, some Christmas music going on upstairs,
Oh.
like my mom.
It was fire.
But no, yeah, go on, Danny.
But yeah, no, that's all I really wanted to say, bro.
No, I think
'Cause
both games were
I
deserving
don't know, man.
of it.
Because the thing about Danny, man, is he didn't play both games. I did.
Did you? Oh.
Wait, what?
You did? Did you play the first God of War, Danny?
No. He's talking about like
Oh.
2018.
2018 God of War.
Oh.
Because he's like, you know what, man, Red Dead should have won. I go, but did you play God of War? I didn't have to.
So you didn't play God of War?
No.
Oh.
No, my pops
But like,
did.
even though I didn't play half, I could still see why it won though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me
I could
too.
see that
For the
too.
things that I mentioned, you know what I mean? It's
I can
just
see that too.
because they did reinvent it, man. Like they did it in a good way.
Compared to Red Dead 2.
Yeah,
Shut your ass
where
up.
Red Dead 2 was just more details, more graphics, more.
Longer story? I don't know how. If
I
it's
think
longer,
so, right, Danny? I think it was a longer
Fuck
story.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. I
Longer
never
story.
played the
Oh
first
right,
story.
longer story. The map was I think
Bigger.
I think it was a
three
bit
times?
And you
bigger.
could do more in it, right?
Yeah, there's more things you could do as well.
But
So,
like,
like,
with God of War, it's just like
it reinvented everything.
It went from a hack and slash to like okay,
third person
a
fucking-
third person where you got to actually think about what you do when it comes to combat. You know, when we're all these different one-on-one fights with these different enemies, and it was a story that's much more serious compared to the originals.
It's a game that was revived after the last God of War game that was really like shit. Like a lot of the fans hated God of War.
It disappointed.
Oh, yeah?
It disappointed
bro.
heavily.
The God of War Ascension was really bad.
It left fans really
Like it had a
disappointed.
multiplayer.
It
You guys
did.
didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
God of War Ascension had a multiplayer.
What
mode.
the fuck
bro?
was it?
Yeah, it was okay. So literally you're a cell, right? You're like in a cell. You're some random dude. You're in a cell, and then all of a sudden in the cell, like the ceiling
in the
collapses,
cell.
and all you see is Kratos. You see Kratos there with another god. I forgot what god it was, and then your character in the cell. God, may the gods of Olympus or whatever save me or whatever, and he gets teleported. And you get into this small arena with all the different gods. So God of War, all these different Poseidon, all these different gods or whatever, right? And you get to choose which one. They all have different abilities. So you get to choose which powers you want from which god. And then you do like this tutorial.
sounds
And then
pretty
you
cool.
go into this battle, which is a 1v1 in God of War hack and slash form.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so it's like a dueling fighting game,
Yeah.
but like hack and slash type of
How the fuck
game.
does that work if it's hack and slash?
Yeah, it was. People.
It
didn't
sounds
really like
crazy.
it a lot.
FSA sounds
I can
crazy.
show you. You guys could talk about it. I'll pull up a
That sounds
video.
lit,
yeah.
I should pull up a gameplay video and you guys can see.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what happened. And I heard it was just they just changed it completely as well.
Yeah.
Like the game mechanics with the original God of War, with the original God of War. And guess what? It did shit. That's why they didn't make any more God of War games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But nah, man, I played both, Danny. I played Red Dead the year it came out, and then I recently played the 2018 God of War before the new one came out.
For
And
the
I-
first time?
Yeah, God of War 2018 is one of those games where I'm like, why haven't I ever played it? I was like,
That's crazy, bro. Because,
Yeah.
like, as someone who's never played the original trilogy, I never have. I went into God of War 2018, and I bought it when it first came out because my cousin told me about it.
no, I know what you mean because I fully played God of War 3, and then I always played parts of 1 and 2. So I've kind of played all of them, but fully played the God of War 3. And when I found out, like when it was announced that this 2018 God of War was gonna be completely different, I was low key kind of scared because I knew it was hack and slash from the originals, and we were going to this much more serious combat. So I was worried. I'm like, wait, is this gonna work? I kind of fucked with the hack and slash. I God of War 3. I loved God of War 3. It was amazing. So I was worried. I'm like, what if they fuck this up again? And obviously, when I played 2018 God of War recently, I was like, you know what? I can see why there's one game of the year, bro.
It's like
fucking-
they redid it, but like in a good way.
yeah, they did.
Like they didn't reinvent it and made it shit. It was actually good.
Yep.
And I think that's
You
the
gotta play
reason.
it, bro.
I am gonna play it. I just finished the first God of War.
Just
I'm gonna
skip
play
them,
the two.
bro.
You good?
So good.
You good, Hoff? You good?
You better speed run them, bro, because you need to play these games.
He's a speed run.
They're so good.
No, I just
No,
want to
no,
get
I
a
can
better
run 'em.
idea of Kratos' character, and actually, I want to go through that bullshit of just I don't know playing as him and seeing what the fuck that led up to the 2018 God of War.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, that way when I if we review him or whatever, I'll give like my full honest opinion.
The problem
Type
is,
shit.
well, or I should say, the thing is that like I would do the same. It's just that I can't. You know what I mean? It's just hard for me. I physically can't do that shit. I don't have a PS3,
You got one, motherfucker.
motherfucker. I can't fit it in my room. Where am I gonna fit that
Just
shit?
stack them together, boy. Like
I hang them from the
Tetris.
ceiling now.
What the fuck?
By the cords. By the cords.
I don't know.
Hangs them on the ceiling.
But like, I don't have space to put a PS3 in my room because my whole like my dresser where like
Yeah.
I put my clothes and stuff on the top of the dresser is where my consoles are at, and it's like it's not a very big dresser, so like all that's fighting for space is my PS5, but I have it laying down.
Oh, okay.
It's not standing upright.
Yeah.
Because you've seen the PS5, bro. It's big.
Yeah,
and
bro.
It's
a
like,
big-ass
and
console,
it like
bro.
goes over my TV and it annoys me.
Oh, it does?
I had to lay it on its side. I have the Xbox Series X. I have my Switch. I have
Get that Switch out of there.
and my
man.
HomePod.
And your
then
HomePod.
and my friend recently bought me an early Christmas present. She bought me this
shit.
like big Funko Pop thing of Miles Morales.
Oh shit!
that
Like
came-
one
that
of
came-
those big ones, like actual.
No,
big
like it
ones?
was a small one, but the
Oh,
box
oh.
was big because it came with a comic book
Oh,
inside of it.
oh,
And I
yeah.
put that like right there because it was the only place I could put in my room that had space. I need a bigger room, bro.
Bro, speaking of that, I think I've seen that same one. Is
it
when
says, it says Spider-Man No More. That's the name of the comic line.
Spider-Man No More.
Yeah.
Is it from Miles Morales?
Yeah, I guess
Oh,
they
so it's
repeated
his.
like the one from that Peter Parker went through because they're doing
Yeah.
this here.
Well, one thing I've noticed, because I think those are cool, the ones where they include the comic books and stuff. Obviously, they're reprints or whatever.
No, yeah.
But the issue that I found with them we saw, Danny, when we went to when we hung out, we went to Target and we saw one, is I don't know if it's on yours, but the ones that we saw that was Miles Morales, it was the first issue of Miles Morales, and it literally had a hole punch in it, like 2 hole punches on the corners, on the top corners.
What the fuck?
Yeah, do you remember that, Danny?
Yes.
Yeah, bro. So like, what the fuck? So like, when you go home, check if it has that, because for some reason the ones that we saw had fucking hole punches on them. I was like,
Oh, I'll check it out.
yeah, like why
I don't
the
think
fuck?
so, bro. It looked like because I looked at it and everything. And like,
Look
it
at the top corners, like the very top corners, left and right.
Okay.
Yeah, because they had hole punches on them, and me and Danny were like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why do you? These motherfuckers hole punching shit like it's Polar Express. Like, what the fuck? You know Polar Express?
Yeah.
They hole punch shit tickets. Yeah,
All that shit.
that shit was satisfying, man. When I
Yeah,
saw
for
that.
real.
You know, I was like, oh shit.
But what's it called? Yeah, like I just have a bunch of shit on my dresser that's all
Yeah.
fighting for space. That like, the only thing I can think of is like unplugging a big ass console. You're like, take your Switch out, motherfucker. See how big the Switch is?
Yeah, it's like a little like.
Yeah, like taking it out won't make space for a whole PS3.
What about your home? Your home pod or whatever.
Again, that's another like small thing that also like you put the Switch and the HomePod combined is not as big as.
Well,
the
if you're
PS3.
not using your Xbox, might as well disconnect that.
But I hop on the Xbox every now and then. That's the thing. And
Well,
also,
you're gonna have to-
and also like, I think I've sent you pictures of like my setup. Like my TV is mounted on the wall,
Yeah.
and it's like super against. Here's the issue. My TV is mounted on the wall.
Yeah.
But it's not like this mount. It's not the one where you
The
can
swivel.
like adjust it. It's
Yeah.
mine's a slide,
Oh.
which means the TV is flushed flat against the wall,
Okay.
and
You can only move it
the
side to
edge
side.
of the TV está pegada with the wall.
Oh, it's
So
it's on the wall.
So when I was trying to set up my PS5 and shit, and I was trying to get the HDMI in
Oh,
there,
shit.
bro, I'm like this and shit. I'm like trying to look, and literally it got as bad as to where I took my finger and I felt where the port is, and I take the cable and I just guessed that shit, and not like bro,
That's
and my arm would
crazy.
tire because I'm like this for 5 minutes, like Nick, go in, bro. What the fuck, like. It was just annoying, bro.
Yeah.
So like for me to disconnect my shit just to plug a PS, it's like I don't want to go through that fucking hassle.
That's
That's
facts.
why I say I want a bigger room so I could have a setup like this, or a setup like what these guys have, like
Like actual desk type shit.
You know what I mean? The reason I can't have that
It's a space.
is because like, you know, the space, like
Yeah.
there's just not enough space I'm working with. If I had the basement of my house, man, I'd trick the shit out of that basement. You know what I mean? I'd probably keep the same TV and use that to like watch movies and like the Disney Plus shows and stuff every week like that, you know. And then on the other side of the room, would be like the gaming shit. You know what I mean? Because at least with a TV like that, I don't have to like look behind the wall and like disconnect the cords and all that shit. It's just a hassle for me. So like that's why I can't. I just, you know, I think I can't remember. Maybe I tried looking up if they have the original God of War trilogy on PS4 because there's backwards compatibility on the PS5. You can play PS4
I think they do.
games. I feel like
I think
looked
they do,
it up,
bro.
You
and
can
I
play
can't
all
find
PS4 games on the PS5.
Yeah, I think they do because they have them as like the
saying.
streaming shit.
But what I'm saying is, do they have the original God of War trilogy for PS4? Because in that case, if the PS5 can backwards compatible with PS4 games, I could just buy. That's how I'm gonna play Hitman.
Yeah,
the Hitman trilogy.
I think they
They're
do
backwards
have it, but it's like the streaming service. It's that way.
Yeah, and I don't have that because I don't know how much it is. And
No, they merged it. It's with PlayStation Plus now.
Are you sure? Because
it is.
Because well, here's the thing though. I have the monthly subscription of PlayStation Plus. And when I was going through the Hitman,
I think you need the middle tier.
when I was going through the Hitman games, there was a Hitman game that was for PS3, and it said, "Oh, if you would just upgrade," like there was a little thing that said upgrade.
Oh, okay.
So I know I don't have that.
Then you'd have to upgrade, yeah.
But
But I'm pretty sure they are. I mean, I could check after the podcast.
okay, because in which case, if there was a possibility, Hector,
Yeah.
I would do what you're doing.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, well, fuck it, I would just play God of War from the beginning, if I could play it somehow with backwards compatibility and work my way up 2,
Well,
3, then 4, and then Ragnarok.
Luckily-
but because I couldn't find a way, I just like, you know what, fuck it. I went on YouTube, looked up a video, The History of Kratos, where it just recounts his
Right.
story. I watched it. I memorized as much as I could, so that I went into 4
Yeah.
knowing his story.
luckily, I think with Silent, because I know you want to play Silent Hill and Resident Evil. I think they have it on the PS4, but not. I don't think they have it in the streaming service. I think you could actually buy it.
The original Resident Evil?
Yeah, bro, for like $3, $4.
Because like,
I think the first Resident Evil and I think the first Silent Hill. I could check.
yeah, because they're only remaking the sequels and like.
Yeah.
Does Resident Evil 1 tie into 2? Or could you just go into 2 like
I mean,
nothing?
Mario, does that tie in the first Resident Evil with 2?
Shit. Even, I don't even
Do you
know
remember?
that. No, I don't remember. Fuck.
So he just went into 2 like nothing?
Cause I never got in. I played Resident Evil, but like I said, it's one of those things where you would play it at a friend's house or whatever. You didn't sit down
Actually
and
invest.
yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can't tell you that, Hav. You know what I mean? I can't tell if those are linked.
Because I tried
honestly.
looking it up like on Wikipedia. You know how sometimes the
There's
synopsis.
a bunch of games, man.
There's
yeah.
you know how like on the synopsis or the plot would say,
Yeah.
you know, taking place 3 years after the previous game. That immediately confirms. Oh,
Yeah.
That's Resident Evil 0.
Resident Evil 0. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think because we're about to hit 2 hours.
Damn.
Yeah. So like I said, guys, I think we're gonna just wrap it up here. I'm gonna do some editing magic, and I'm gonna make sure I put timestamps and everything, and yeah, I think that should be it. I mean, we had good conversations. I think we had Danny as a guest, going on tangents and stuff. We gave a decent review on the Guardians. It was, like I said, wasn't really much to talk about, and but yeah, I think we're gonna end it right there, guys. So. Thank you guys so much for listening. And remember, don't let your pants out, you guys. Take it easy.
Peace.
See ya.
Peace out.